Welcome to King Talk, family. Let's make sure we get them likes up as you enter. Let's get them likes up. If you haven't already, get your tickets to ATL, the Lapeef Experience Takeover. I see you, Green Gang. I see you. Welcome to King Talk, families. Make sure we get them likes up. I just dropped that link for ATL. If you haven't already, get your tickets. Get your tickets. The Lapeef Experience taking over. ATL, baby. Make sure y'all get them tickets to ATL. Y'all get them tickets. Welcome to King Talk. Hit that like button, family. Hit that like button. Welcome to the greatest network ever, the Lapeef Network. Let's go. See you, Green Gang. Appreciate all the support, y'all. It's going to be a great show tonight. Let's get them likes up, family. Let's get them likes up. Shout out to my guy, Logic. New member. Chat Ninjas assembled. Welcome to the greatest network ever. Come on, family. Let's get them likes up. Make sure y'all feel the tease, y'all. That link is in the description. 30% off along with a free gift. Feel the tease. Get your tickets to Atlanta. Again, shout out to the greatest network ever. No, you got to feel that music right before we start, right? Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Y'all don't hear me. Come on, y'all. Let's get them likes up. It's almost go time, families. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get your tickets to Atlanta. Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Handler. It's too early, but that's okay. My gym workout was phenomenal. Before I went home, I decided to stop over at my mother's house. I haven't seen my mother in 2 months. I know she's going to be very surprised to see me. I can't wait. What the? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The first thing I noticed was this person's skin. What is going on? Uncomplicated, untreated skin? Who is this guy? I had to take a step back, but then I realized it was my brother. But look at his skin. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? I had to take a closer look and figure out what was going on. Best believe I crept up on him. Peep this. I'm still looking at his skin, trying to figure out how did we get here. I could do nothing but shake my head. He could definitely use my help. I had to get to the bottom of this. He definitely needed some game about his skin. I'm just staring at it, like looking at it. Come on, bro. I knew what to do. I had to reach in my bag and get that Teach Handley. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Bro, this is why I'm excited to have Teach Handley as the sponsor of today's video. They have helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and the grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My brother was so excited. My favorite part about Teach Handley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin easy. Shout out to Teach Handley. And because Teach Handley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Teach Handley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started today for just $30. Feel the Teach. Let the Teach force be with you. That's right, family. Feel the Teach. It's go time. If it's your first time, welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. What's going on, family? You know what time it is. It's King Talk. Let me introduce the crew. With no other, we got the doctor. We got Shannon Ross. We got King Rio, Trill, Ricky Williams. And me, myself, I'm Lapeef J.I. Welcome to King Talk on the Lapeef Network. Let's vibe a little bit. I see Ricky about to hit that 16. Yeah. Come on. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah. What? I thought it was coming. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up, G? What you on?
What's up, homie?
What's goody?
Shit, man. You know what time it is. It's Tuesday. King Talk. Ain't no sports going on.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, it is Taco Tuesday. You had some tacos, Ricky?
Yes, sir. They were delicious, too.
Was it veggie taco, chicken, steak?
That steak on fire, boy.
Man.
Hey, shout out to little baby. Shout out to my baby. I love you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hardest things when somebody becomes vegan is it's kind of hard staying away from them steak tacos. You can't go wrong with them.
Hey, do what you do, man. But, eat that cow, boy.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm hearing some feedback. Y'all hearing a fan blowing or something? I think that might be you, Humble Dad. What you got going on over there, man?
My computer is hot.
Okay. I thought the doctor had bought a warehouse too. I'm like, damn. I'm like, motherfucker doing it up. Well, let me just start off by saying this before we get to the housekeeping. You guys see the doctor in front of, well, it's all you see is the doctor. So you mind explaining what's been going on, Mr. Humble Dad?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I defended my dissertation on Thursday and I passed. And so,
What's up?
You heard the doctor, y'all. You heard the doctor.
The doctor speaks. Y'all better listen.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Salute to you, brother. Congratulations. They're gonna have to respect your authority on the panel, man. You know, yeah. I think when it comes to education, I think you might got us all beat. I could be mistaken. You know, Rio look like he could be a professor too.
For sure.
Yeah. Rio, you there? You froze. Oh, just Rio?
Yo.
Oh, okay. All right, bro.
Nah, congrats, Humble Dad. Like you said, amazing accomplishments.
All
right. Appreciate that, homie.
Now, let me find out you got that good over there, Rio. You ain't sharing with nobody, bro. You was stuck for a second.
I know something going on. He was frozen, looked like a statue for a second, and then he moved.
Real, bro.
He was over there like.
I'm like, shit. I got the wrong shit over here. I'm like, damn. Okay.
Look, I didn't master the art of not listening, brother. I heard you, but I just wasn't listening.
Hey, I be there all the time, man. You know, wow. Shout out to the slow mind thinkers out there. Yeah. Sometimes we process things a little bit slow. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. But as long as you caught it, now if you just didn't catch it at all, yeah, if you didn't catch it at all, we just sitting there and we like, bro, you ain't hear nothing he said? You like, no, I ain't hear nothing he said. Okay.
Make sure y'all check out Rio IG, man. Bound photograph, man. That man got a good eye, man. Good work, bro. I see you, my guy.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate you, Rick. Most definitely, I appreciate that.
Yeah, good shit, man. Well, shout out to Humble Dad again. Congrats, sir. Before we get this show started, let's get a little housekeeping in order. I just pinned it to the top. My apologies, it wasn't pinned. It's your opportunity right now to come to ATL. The Lapeef Experience takes over Atlanta August the 5th and August the 6th. 2-day events. We're not paying for hotels or flights, but that ticket will get you access into the event on the 5th and the 6th. It's going to be some great shows ahead, and all of these guys will be down there, including Shan. Shan said he wasn't going to miss the second one. I hear you, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
I bought a plane ticket, man. I bought the plane ticket.
Okay, yeah.
That don't mean nothing, Shane.
Yeah, right.
That don't mean anything. You also bought the ticket that said I can cancel and reschedule.
I got the plane ticket. I don't know where I'm staying because I don't even know where we're gonna be at, but I got the plane ticket.
Well, just hit me up in the back chat, man. I'll make sure we stay you right. So again, go ahead and get your tickets if you haven't already. Shout out to the people. I did add some additional VIP tickets. I cannot bump it up no more. So once they sell out this time, that is it. Can't allow everybody in, and there'd be too many people. So I think this is a nice little number. I was able to accommodate the space. We had one brother that bought up 6 of us. Say bringing the whole family. So I said, "Damn, bro!" I said, "You brought 6 of them? I wasn't expecting that." So just to give a little even balance, I threw a few more out there for the people that's last minute. But go ahead, hop on it, man. Get your plane tickets early as possible. Some people don't care about that number. They just buy a plane ticket the same day. So shout out to all the ballers out there. Anyhow, Philly Teej, the sponsor, Teej Hanley, is sponsoring this live show. So make sure you guys click that link, 30% off along with a free gift. Philly Teej, Rilla swears by it. He swears by it even before me. He even knew what. I remember him sending me the box, saying, "Man, I've been with them." I said, "Damn, bro, I never knew. How is it?" Because it's going to be my first time. So once I started using, I started seeing what Rilla was saying. It was starting to make sense. So Philly Teej, go ahead and click that link, y'all. I think I covered everything. Get the likes up. Also, make sure you share the stream. I do see Green Gang. Logic just became green. I thought you was always green, Logic. I see JB in the house. I see Brittany, Team VIP. So I look forward to seeing Brittany. I know we missed her in Atlanta.
Love you, Brittany.
Come on, don't be doing all that. You know what you be doing. They don't fucking them old guys know what they be doing, don't they? That was some pimp shit. Y'all saw that shit? Happened right before our eyes. Slick motherfucker. You gotta watch this motherfucker, man. If you see Shan in ATL and he do some shit like that, just start looking around.
Y'all gonna see me in the ATL, but y'all ain't gonna see me.
Hey, this motherfucker might have dotted right on your lady right there before you knew it. He gonna have that zaddy shirt on. He gonna kissing there. Come on, man. Anyhow, Cam, I do see you in there. I see all the green again in the house. I see Amber. Amber has volunteered. She will probably be shaking pockets. I guess she's going to be taking photos, it look like. So we're going to get that Amber sauce, as we like to say it, on the photos. You never know. King Rio might bring that photo. I ain't going to be mad at you, brother, if you start shooting. I'm just going to just move out your way, brother. You know, I'm going to be like, I'm going to let you and Amber do y'all thing, you know.
I appreciate it. Look, I had to tell her the other day. I say, look, her work is amazing too. We gotta find that opportunity to create together something at some point.
Oh yeah, man. We gotta fly to some gotta probably do like a mountain trip or some shit. I don't fucking know. Some shit that we ain't never been. And when we take these photos, people be like, God damn, what the hell was y'all at?
Yeah.
It's a secret. And then I'm just walk away. I'm a little kiss like Shannon, just walk away. It's be a done deal. I had enough of my jokes, man. I like to warm up in the beginning because I do plan on doing a little stand up, maybe a little 5-minute skit in ATL. So we'll see how it go. No, it's not there yet. Y'all ain't laugh hard enough. Okay. I see.
No, you need to do that.
I need to
see
do
how
it.
what everybody else thinks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, put that right on that board. Put it right down. All right, y'all. Anyhow, let's get the show started. Our first topic of the night. I'm gonna play a video for you guys. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I know we did have a Father's Day show, but everybody wasn't on the panel. So if you are a father out there, which I think every last one of you guys are, happy Father's Day. And with that being said, I felt that this topic was only right to kick it off with. So let's go.
Listen, Father's Day is a holiday that's not really a holiday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is like, I'll show you how this, even by the commercials. Look at the commercials. They'll show you Father's Day, they'll show you a screwdriver, a motherfucking power tool. Like, go fix some shit. They want to see you to go fix some shit. You know what I'm saying? But then when Mother's Day come, the shit be like Zales. Because you care. It be different shit like niggas don't want diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll do it for their mother, but they ain't gonna do it for their father. Mother's Day come, niggas is getting flowers, cards, all kind of shit, right? What the fuck they get Father's Day? You get a text on Father's Day. That's how you get a text, nigga. You get a text to make sure that you still know where you should send your check.
All right, so we got 50 Cent. He's having a rage about Father's Day. How the media portrays fathers on Father's Day. I think 50 Cent had a point, guys. Let's go to get this reaction since we fresh coming off of Father's Day a couple of days ago. You have a valid point.
He said that a couple of years ago. Didn't he say that last year or the year before? It seemed like that video pops up all the time. But does he have a point? You know, what did y'all get for Father's Day? Let's go around. Let's do it like this. What did y'all get for Father's Day? I got nothing. Next.
I got a peace of mind.
I got some things for my kids because at the church. But when my wife was around, like my late wife, like I got a lot of stuff for Father's Day. It was a big deal.
Shit, I got what I got last year.
What was that, Ricky?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going somewhere with that. I said, oh,
nah,
shit.
Man, Facebook tags, no walking up to you saying happy pops, happy Father's Day pops,
Yeah, the basic, the free shit that 50 was talking about.
A Facebook post for with the moments you paid for and shit.
Damn. Yeah, y'all got me feeling special sitting up in this one.
Oh, he gotta go all out and shit, bro.
You are special, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, hold on. Before Trill go, it's a possibility we might be trying to get that Trill prayer. They had to see our prayer. We might try to get that Trill prayer after this one. So go ahead and set us up, big dog.
Nah, man, I got so I got me 2 fits, man. I got steak and lobster for breakfast, and nice massage, and
really?
I got to just chill, just do what I wanted to do. I ain't had to take out no trash. I ain't had to do nothing. I got to just vibe and relax. I wasn't stressed at all.
That's bullshit.
Thing, shout out to my old lady. What's up?
All right, man. I guess we need that Trill prayer. What you guys say? Yeah. Hey, man, put that Trill prayer inside the chat, y'all. We're gonna have Trill let us know it's his secret. But go ahead, King Real. My apologies, sir.
I had a good Father's Day too. I got to be honest, but I will say my kids are still little, so mom takes care of that. You know what I mean? We went out for a nice dinner. I kind of communicate. I'm gonna keep it honest. So I said, I don't really need anything. I said, I got some places to go. I said, so, air credit. And that she did just exactly that. We went to dinner. She gave me some air credit. And that was it. But it was a good day. Very relaxing. Didn't have to do much. Can't complain at all.
Yeah, I can kind of tell you brought that energy right over here 2 days later. I mean, you still relaxed, brother.
Yeah.
you sound like, man. Whew.
I got to be honest though.
And
like most men, we just like King Rio, and see, Trill probably didn't ask for nothing. Trill didn't say, "Hey, you know what? I can't wait for Father's Day. It's coming up." And Trill probably wasn't putting out little hints and shit, and a little trail to the restaurant and a trail to the outfits that he picked up. His wife just did what she did, which is why we always say on the show that Trill hit the lottery with his wife. Now, like Trill, like Rio, like me, most men just be like, yo, it's almost like for me, let me speak for myself. It feels almost weird when stuff comes, you know what I'm saying? For my birthday, my assistant bought me some stuff, and I came to the house and I saw it, and I was like, wow, but I feel I don't even know how to really. Even really know how to say thank you. Good, you know what I'm saying? Because for so long, I've been the one giving as a man, just always taking care of this person, taking care of that person, finding out somebody else's needs, and then just filling, and then just problem solving and buying and supporting and providing for so many people. When it comes to me receiving something, it's almost like, the thank you was awkward for me. And so oftentimes, for instance, my last birthday party was my 40th birthday party. And I haven't had a birthday party in the last 10 years until my 50th birthday party that we celebrated at a restaurant, Ruth Chris in Philadelphia. And that was because I was out there for a conference. But the reality is, most men, I think, and I could be wrong, but I certainly feel this way for myself, we just be like, yo, just acknowledge us, and that's it. All the gifts, and because half the time it be my money any goddamn way. You about to just buy me some stuff with my money? So it's almost like, you know what, don't spend my money on stuff that you think I want, because really that makes it really about you and less about me. So I just feel weird getting gifts, and so I'm quick to be like, you know what? No, I don't have to celebrate nothing. No, it's not about me. What do y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do? And that's why a lot of times Dad is on the barbecue grill, because that brings him solace. But he knows that he's still serving others when he's on the barbecue grill on Father's Day. He's still he's still providing for other people while he's barbecuing, even though it's supposed to be him, and he's not supposed to touch the grill that day. He's supposed to have the last Memorial Day was the last one that he was supposed to do, but Dad want to get on the grill because it just feels good for men to, it's like I say, it's baked in the cake. We want to always provide. So it's not no big deal for us to not really do anything for Father's Day. We're not out of the norm. And shout out to Trill and Humble Dad, with wives that are the kind that just do what they do automatically. That's pretty dope. But then you got the other ones, dope wives like Ricky's wife. Ricky's wife probably already know that, like, Ricky probably, he want, by me not doing anything, he doesn't, is the gift for Ricky. So it just, men are just different. You know what I'm saying? It's different than Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. We just be like, yo, just acknowledge me and we good.
I mean, to me, like, I don't need the validation. You know what I'm saying? I don't need validation from them. I know what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't celebrate holidays anyway. I think they're a waste of effort and time, to be honest. Like I said, the action show every day. Understand, Shannon, you want to make people, it doesn't take much to take one day to make somebody feel special. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I do gotta say, I gotta agree with them. You know what I'm saying? To me, it seems like it's too much trouble to be making a fuss over me. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that.
I definitely do agree with the fact that the media doesn't want dads to be celebrated. I mean, we are the cornerstone in which things move, right? And so it's a particular part of the programming to show that we're really not as valuable as we need to be thought of. I mean, we're the most valuable player, basically. And so the media doesn't want that to be seen. And so one of the things that I did to celebrate dads is on Friday I had a humble dad night out, right? To where dads came and hung out with they kids, girls and boys, and we had like 58 dads and 139 kids coming out and playing, eating, and had a comedy show, a competition. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the process of what the media is trying to do, which is to try to deteriorate what it is that we want our legacy to be, right? And so, so I think he was definitely right, you know, because if we're out of the picture, especially black men, then our community can be easily overtaken, and that's what's happening already. So I think it's important for me. I'm not telling about everybody else, but that's the whole reason in which I talk about dads all the time, because I see the value in it, and I remember when I didn't have one and what it took away from me. So I would say that he's 100% correct. That there's a plan to take us out.
Yeah, I agree. I think just men get way more fulfillment watching like our loved ones' faces from something that we provided for them. You know what I'm saying? Like that feels better to me than any gift that I could ever be bought. Like when I, surprise you with these tickets to Costa Rica, or I pull up in that new whip and say, "Here, this yours," or whatever. Like just to see that reaction.
Showing
Like
out,
I mean, but just the other day, I was out with my daughter. Matter of fact, on Father's Day, we went to Target again. We was running around just doing just a bunch of random things with no plan, no itinerary, because she know that I hate itinerary. I'm spur of the moment. I like to just do things. And we was in Target and we was going down the aisles, and I had my daughter with me, and I'm just like, just pick what you want. And she's like, anything? I said, yeah, just whatever you want. Just pick it. We going aisle by aisle. And she, oh, what about that one? What about that one? I said, if you want it, you can get it. But just that sense of excitement right there, that right there feels better to me than anything anybody could ever buy me. You know what I'm saying? And I think most men are wired that way. Just like going back to what Shane said, it is awkward. Even when I'm opening up my outfits, my gifts he bought me, I'm still like, I thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm saying it right, trying to make sure that I'm getting my gratitude across to how much I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because most men are not too animated. But if you know your man, then you know how happy he really is about it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it puts us in a bit of a weird spot. But at the end of the day, it's all appreciated, because that's all a man wants at the end of the day is gratitude.
Right.
Now, the way in which you show it, however, you know what I'm saying, it's all good. But as long as that man feels like you are appreciative of what he does for you on a day-to-day basis, like Ricky's saying, it's a day-to-day thing. It shouldn't be tied to a holiday. As long as you can show that man that you are thankful and you are appreciative to the lifestyle that he providing, to the type of man he being, to how he raising your kids, he good. He good. However you can get that message across. Cool.
That was one of the things that I kind of noticed, even like going into the restaurant, right? There was a couple of us brothers that kind of it was almost like a nod, right? Mm-hmm. You seen all of our little families, you know what I'm saying, looking good, and they're here to celebrate us. And guess what? Today, we don't cover the tab. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Right? We had our favorite restaurants and we don't cover the tab. We're going to order what we want today and we're going to feel good about ourselves. You know what I mean? And just being appreciated. You know what I mean? And so just for, that couple of hours, and that go a long way. See, we remember those moments, So
that's crazy though. You think about us like, man, bro, it feels funny for somebody to pick up the check.
Especially when they come bring it to you first, and then they snatch it over like, give me that.
Another thing is
that's when you see guys. That's when you see guys getting their feminine energy right there.
Right. My pearls, man, clutch my pearls.
For me.
Another thing is when it comes to gift giving, so 50 Cent is talking about, he get a tie or he get tools or whatever. But women get Zales, as if men don't like diamonds. Yeah, men like diamonds, but we're also frugal. And oftentimes, imagine, because there was a time that I got some $3,000 diamonds earrings, right? But I paid for it. And it was like, and so maybe I had mentioned that I want to get some studs. This is years ago. So I want to get some studs. I want to get, go get some new earrings or whatever. So she went for it wasn't Father's Day. Let's switch to birthday. So for my birthday, she ran and got me some earrings, but I paid for it, motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes, whenever you get a gift as a father or as a head of a household or as a breadwinner, you be thinking like, damn, what else could you have done with that money than bought me this that I really don't necessarily need? I appreciate the diamond earrings, but what could we have done with $3,000? Because is that the vacation money that we was gonna spend? That's Disney World. That's Disney World, the hotel, a couple attractions and shit. But now I'm wearing the Disney World in my ears. I would rather have not done that. So it's little stuff like that. That's why we just be like, nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now, women ain't gonna say that. Women aren't gonna say, oh, I can't believe you bought me those Christian Louboutins. Why did you spend SoCate to $625 plus tax? Why'd you spend $700 on some shoes? I can't believe I don't need no red bottoms. You're wasting money. And women, ladies in the chat. I'm not in the chat, but ain't no women in the chat gonna say that they mad that they man bought her some red bottoms. But if she bought her man some red bottoms with the studs and and some sneakers from Christian Louboutin, he may be like, I don't really even like that. I just rather have some goddamn Air Force Ones.
Hold on, Shan. Want to say the name again? You said Christian what?
Louboutin. Yeah, it's the red bottoms.
I know what you're talking about.
Christian Louboutin.
I just hear everybody pronounce it different. That's what they have.
It's Louboutin though. Yeah, everybody. It's Louboutin. You hear it all different kind of ways.
Say it the right way. Shannon said it the right way.
Yeah, I think I heard Kayla said the right way too. I think she might have said it. I tell y'all, boy, y'all rich folks, man. Yeah. Anyhow.
But the deeper part of it, if I can get in, is that women plan for rainbows, men plan for disasters.
I like that.
That's the thing. That's why it's so dope to have a woman in your life, because a solid woman in your life, because she provides you that balance. Men don't celebrate small wins enough. We don't. We damn near we don't celebrate big wins, if we're gonna keep it honest. We may take a matter of fact, like when we win, we exhale. It's not necessarily a celebration. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really think about it, it's like a big win. That's like we get a good job, get some shit. It's just like, you feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders compared to the other way around. Like, it's like women are just celebratory.
It's like Trill. It's like, I got it handled. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
right. That's real. You know
what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just dope to have a woman in your life to kind of push you to celebrate yourself more. If you even think about how men celebrate our birthdays, it's like Shan said, he celebrated his birthday twice in a decade. Women planning for that birthday 10 months out.
And that's a monthly thing.
Man, my wife, it's her birthday month, not birthday. It's a birthday month, October.
Yes, sir.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
All right, man. Y'all better tread lightly, man. We got a lot of women in the chat. Shout out to the women's in the chat.
Listen, they came over here to see us, bro.
Man.
They need to.
Y'all want to hear the truth? You can't handle the truth.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, man. Nice icebreaker, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in to King Talk on the Lapeef Network, the greatest network ever. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you follow these guys on their platforms. Rio do the photography. Go to his page, check it out. Hire him. He also does real estate as well. Trill is with Cruise Season. You see it in the background right there. Cruise Season doing some amazing things. Ricky Williams, Ricky Boxing, this is his home as well. And he also got talk about boxing on this channel. Shannon Rawls, YouTube IG, you see it right there. Humble Dad has a lot of great content over there. Just put in Humble Dad and it should pop up, right? Humble Dad? Yep, it should pop up, man. Yes, I know he's had some interviews with all of us, if I'm not mistaken. He made sure he reached out and got one way or another. Oh yeah, we got Rio. He putting it out there already, Rio. So he has interviews and we talk about fatherhood. So some great dope things that we probably might have said that we typically don't say on this platform. So it's a great opportunity to get a chance to get a glimpse of us outside of what you've already seen already. So shout out to Humble Dad for that. Let's make sure we support each other and let's keep it cooking, man. Keep it cooking. Hit that like button. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, get your tickets to ATL. The Lapeef Experience takes over ATL August the 5th, August the 6th. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I've been trying to acknowledge some people in the chat, as many people as I can. If I haven't, don't worry about it. I'm doing it. I'm running multiple things at once. So salute to the chat. Salute to people that's not in the chat, that's just watching, that want to be a little bit more discreet. I get it. I understand. Thank you guys as well. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Make sure I ain't miss something. We only got 3, which maybe 4. Here we go. I made a mistake. Amber was the first one to super chat, not Steele, but appreciate both of you guys. As the photographer for the Lapeef Experience takes over Atlanta. Oh, I was about to say, you can chat ninja, better be there. You chat ninja, better be there. Okay. Dress to impress and keep the same MF and energy. So she's going to be there getting you guys. More than likely, she probably might not be posing. She one of those photographers like to sneak up on you and shit in the background. Rio may be the same way on some creep shit. If catch your ass with the big gum right there, yeah, you know, catch the one that you ain't like. Oh, why you got to post that one? Yeah, that'll be Brown right there for you, fellas. There are single mothers who think the Father's Day are also about them, since they have to play dual roles. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
That's kind of played. I think that's played. That used to be a big trope 10 years ago, and it was all heavy on Facebook. And I think we men have defended that so well over the last 10 years that you don't really hear it anymore.
Okay. All right. Keep it moving. Miss Kelly, shout out to Miss Kelly over there. Good evening, gentlemen. Have a great show. Shout out to JR, Ricky Trill, Rio, Shannon, Humble Dad, Verbal, courtesy to the Kings. Kelly is going to be over there on Cruise Season show tomorrow. So make sure you guys take a peek over there too as well. So shout out to that over there. And Demetrius Coleman, also, I feel you, Trill, allowing my 9-year-old son to pay for lunch and seeing this excitement behind it. It's all I need. All right, guys, don't be getting all mushy and stuff with the kids now. I see Trill already, man. It's his first one. He getting all buttered up and stuff. And you can have everything. You can have the world.
That's my baby, man. I can't say no to it yet.
All right. Yeah, shout out to
it'll come here soon.
Yeah, shout out to Trill's daughter, and blessings to her and her life and the whole family. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. Again, hit that like button, also subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic. I think this is a great topic right here. When you get into the bag, is it hard to identify who's really for you? So we out there, we get into it, right? The women that you see that's around, and maybe even the women that's around you, if that pertains to you, can you really tell if that woman truly is for you, or is it for what you have? You can. Go ahead.
I look at it like this, right? How fast is access? How fast is access allowed? I think that's the easiest way to tell, right? Because you got money, if you get mad, you get money, you at the bag, you getting dough. A woman shouldn't change her standards for you, right? She should still have some set standards about how she move with you, right? If that access open automatically, not because you got dough, it's easy to tell. It ain't hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would look for.
All right. Go ahead.
Look, it's more money, more problems, man. What Drake said, and I heard it's nothing new except for when and I heard it's nothing new except for someone's new. But how you supposed to find the one when anyone will come with you? Drake said that. How you supposed to find someone when anyone will come with you? So the more money you got, more money, more problems. The more money you making, the more, hypergamy kicks in. Hypergamous women start showing up. The better, you driving, depending on the car you driving, you checking off all the boxes that economics purchases: the house, the clothes, the better eating, the way you're feeding yourself, the amenities of having money, like a housekeeper and somebody to cook your food for you. You're traveling, you're going places without any problems. You wearing all the jewelry. You wear nice shoes. You're always clean cut. All of a sudden, how do you know who likes you for real? How do you know? Because if you didn't have none of that and you just lived in a simple apartment in mid-city, would that same woman be interested in you? Would the same, even if you went to the same locations, would the same woman be interested in you if you drove a 2011 Honda Civic and you all you did was wear black t-shirts and you was really super plain and you didn't look like you had money? Would that same woman be interested in you? The answer is hell no. It does become more hard to identify who's really for you when you get into the bag. So you got to be careful. And that's the reason why you'll notice, like, one of the arguments that women have, oh, you know what? I see high value men. I see a lot of rich men with women who are overweight and women who's been that's not all that cute. And the argument, I say, how long they've been together? Oh, well, they met in college. I say, yeah, they met 30 years ago. They met 20 years ago. And he trusts her. No, he don't want to get rid of her. She's been down from day one. Yeah, she gained some weight, but he's gonna tolerate that because he was with her in high school. They were high school sweethearts. She was there when he had nothing. Now he's something. Why would he get rid of her? She knows she has a key. She knows the combination to the safe. So yeah, she's gonna stick around because he can trust her. But then when you fellas got money and you in your 40s, you in your 50s, and then all of it, and you got it going on, and you showing that you got it going on, it becomes very difficult to discern who's checking for you, who's checking for a lifestyle, who wants you to save them and get them out of that, out of the streets and into a comfortable bed where the rent is, where nobody's looking for the rent and the cell phone is paid and and the water ain't getting turned off and shit. And the car is actually registered and the tires have tread on them. It's hard to find that out, man. So yeah, the answer in my opinion, is when you get to the bag, it becomes it becomes increasingly difficult to find a woman who likes you for you and not necessarily for the things that you bring, because, if you lose it all, is she gone too?
Okay. I know you're trying to go trail. It's hard to identify that gold digger, man. That woman is just around for your dough.
I would say definitely. I mean, I agree with Shane. I mean, it's no way around it. The more options you are, just the harder it is to make a decision in general. But when you get into that bag, it's like the motive is different. Like you may have had like women when you was younger or whatever, but again, you got to multiply that times 1,000, 1,000,000, whatever the case may be. Especially somebody like a Drake. It's like every city he go to, the baddest of the baddest women are cutting other women's throat to just get next to him and get a picture or just touch him or say something to him. So it's like, if you literally can pull out the baddest women in the city everywhere you go, it's gonna get a bit impossible to kind of like trust somebody. Like and that's why like a lot of dudes that get to that level, they tend to go back into their younger days and pull a chick up from there and end up being with them for the long term. They don't necessarily pick somebody that done, came around the fame, or they'll pick somebody that's on the same level as them in the industry. So that way, financial motive is not there. But if you just, if you ain't doing either of those two and you got to kind of pick from just a random woman that you just don't know and just lives a regular life, it's damn near impossible to tell, man. And I think, one of the things, that's why you got to salute somebody like a LeBron, somebody like a Steph Curry, somebody like that literally brought his girl up with him from middle school, high school when they met, college, whatever the case may be, and they done stuck it out. Because LeBron James, could you imagine if LeBron James was single tomorrow? How hard that like literally any woman in existence he could have if he wanted. You know what I mean? So it's like, so for him to deal with that constant, temptation just over and over again, and to be able to maintain that family unit, like it's exceptional. Same with Steph Curry, same with everybody else. Because most dudes are break under them circumstances. We done literally heard dudes on these platforms say, "Hey, we might have been in love when I was younger, but my newfound success, I got to get a woman that kind of matches that success." You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it's hard, bro. So, yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be
Can you
tough.
imagine somebody telling LeBron, "Oh yeah, you're not my type, LeBron"?
Shit,
Imagine a woman telling LeBron she's not her type.
that ain't happening. But that's why, again, it's
Money
so
here.
imperative. I'm saying to just kind of find somebody as early as you possibly can, somebody that you can trust. But in terms of like solidifying that, once you already made it, and we can break it down from that level, we can just bring it to a dude that's making 200,000, 300,000 a year. It's hard. My boy Kenny has these same struggles in terms of trying to find a valid woman. He got all of the money he could ever ask for, living good, living great, but he take a chick out and she'll seem genuine at first, and then she'll be money hungry, or she'll be trying to be, all driving on in the M5 next to him for no reason, taking pictures and selfies and shit. And he's like, what are you know what I'm saying? So her motives are off. So, and that's why he having so much trouble finding somebody. So I think, it's difficult, man. You definitely got to pray for boys that's in that situation. I'm so happy to be retired, bro. I'll tell you.
Wrong with
Hey,
that,
you can go, King. If you got something, I'm gonna come behind you, bro.
I'm sure there are a number of reasons, but I think this is almost why entertainment industry people date other industry people. You at least know
Exactly.
that they've seen opportunities before you, that they have a strong financial foundation, so to speak, and that their livelihood isn't dependent upon you. Maybe there's an opportunity, or at least a chance, that you may find love with each other, or at least so to speak. And this is the reason why I think that if you do have a bag, I mean a really, really significant bag, almost try to pretend like you don't.
Yep.
I mean, it's one of those things to where, unless you're a celebrity, she really only knows what you show her, right? So don't lead in showboating, right? Just be a normal guy. Take her on a normal date, right? And when I say normal date, I mean normal in way of what you spend.
Sizzler.
Be creative. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying in way of what you spend.
Or chili.
Don't flash, right? Because you want to get to the bottom of, are you here for me? So I think there's ways that we can identify, but we got to make sure we're not shooting ourselves in the foot too early on.
But what that say, King Rio, about the dudes that's flash? You see what I'm saying? If you looking to tell on yourself, then you expect that. Doesn't that mean you're expecting a certain result?
Right. I mean, if that's the bait we're going to use to fish, then we can't complain. You know what I mean? But I mean, because we know what we're trying to catch at that point, right? But if we are looking for, something long term, and we're looking for a real connection, and we don't want it to be based off of the basis to be on money, and we want it to have real substance, then that's where we should be meeting her at. If we want an intellectual, if we want somebody that we can have deep conversations with, then maybe we need to be going out for coffee and sparking those types of conversations and seeing if she can keep up, or if we can keep up with each other. You know what I mean? But we got to make sure that what we fishing with the right bait.
But see, that's my only pushback to that, though, is because, again, I'm thinking about my boy Kenny while I'm talking.
Yeah,
his taste is here because of the money he makes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily him trying to show off. It's just that I really eat at Mastro's 4 times a week. I really
Mastro's
drive
McDonald's.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I really drive a $150,000 car. Like this is just what it is. So when I pull up to the date, you gonna see me get out the whip, or if we going out to eat, because I eat good normally. Like what? Like, do I gotta like dumb myself down and eat at Chili's just to try to put on you know what I'm saying? So that's what the only like blurry line with it is because once a woman see that, her vision is a motive may change, and I don't think that's necessarily my fault because my lifestyle is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And then that's why I asked, well, what do our first dates look like? And do they have to be so elaborate? You know what I mean? Should we should there be levels to the dates? And should something like that be earned, so to speak? You know, this may be where I eat, but she may not be worthy of sitting at my table. Maybe we just need to figure each other out first. You know what I mean? There's a such thing as grabbing a quick lunch and taking a walk. You know what I mean? I think we kind of got to get back to that, conversation. You know what I mean? If that's not good enough for it, then okay, well, this is materialistic potentially. That's what it's going to require. So I agree with some of the brothers that say, hey, I'm not spending too much that first date. I think because they just really need to understand, okay, what are you about? That's all I want to know. What are you about? Let's see if you even like me. You know what I mean? You may not even want to sit more than 5 minutes at this table. You may drink half your coffee and say, you know what, good meeting you and everything, but I'm really not vibing with you right now. And that'll save all of us a whole lot of time. And so I think that we'll have opportunities to use our discernment if we just create the right platform, you know what I mean, and kind of just have good conversation, and then we'll see where things go. So that's just my take on it, because we gotta be, if he's getting the same results, there's something he got to switch up about that. You know what I mean? He might have that luxury car, but maybe he got the F-150 or something too. You know what I mean? Utility truck they pull out when he need it. Who knows? You know what I mean? But there's ways around it.
Honda Civic. Get you a 2011 Honda Civic.
So this is the thing. I want to kind of piggyback up on what I think King Rio is trying to say. This is because it's talked about all the time about go get your bag, young man, and then you'll be able to choose whatever woman you want, or you have more options. Is what it says, right? But as you all have just alluded to, that the challenge becomes a lot more of a challenge. Like, it's already hard finding the right one. Now you got the bag. Now it's even harder because you don't know who it is that wants you as opposed to your money. And so this is what I've said for a while, is that it's two different type of women: the one that's building with you and the one that's already there at the building, right? So if you are wanting a woman in which that that is going to be there for the long haul, then you should be trying to find that woman as you get to your bag, in my estimation, because she's different than the one that once you have it, now you don't know. You're having to figure out, is she the one? Is she here for my money, or is she here because she enjoys who I am? So the question is, why do we continue to tell dudes to go get their bag, knowing in the end they're gonna have much more of a challenge finding the woman that they want in the end? You know what I'm saying? All the dudes that have been married, I think I've talked this, have been married. They got they lady on the come up, in the sense of going towards building. We're building together. We're learning together. I'm pointing to you, you're pointing to me, and we're living life together. And it's totally different once you have already had the lifestyle in which you live. Now you got to put on a facade, is what King Rio is saying. You got to like dumb down just to figure out if this individual wants you as opposed to your things. So in my estimation, based on what it is it's being said, is that that dudes that are on the come up need to be looking for a woman that can move with him on that particular level and build with him, as opposed to wait till the building is already built.
See, real quick, Humble Dad, just playing devil's advocate to that, right? The same way that they'll say, or you'll say, okay, you need to find your chick while you're on the way up to it. Argument could be made as well that a woman could be a distraction while I'm trying to get to my bag. Because let's just be honest here. If we building a business, or if we doing, we traveling a lot, going to conferences, speaking engagements, this, that, and the third, like, it's going to take a very, very special type of woman to understand that I can't give you the time, effort, and energy that you may be expecting for me to give. And that might drive a rift. So now you got the man who is, trying to be laser focused on this thing, but he getting pulled away over here because she's feeling insecure, she's feeling neglected. So now, okay, let me take a break. Let me not do this event, or let me not go to this podcast with these women there because I want to make sure that she feel comfortable. Meanwhile, this podcast might could take my situation to a whole nother level. This conference, I might go up here and network with some people that could take my business to a whole nother level. So you risk sacrificing the come up to make sure that she always feels, fulfilled. So I feel like that's the only risk with that. But in terms of what you're saying, I get it because that's my situation. When I met my lady, I was broke. I didn't have no car, I didn't have no job, I didn't have no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she was there throughout the whole come up. But I also acknowledge, just like Shan said earlier, I'm in a very, very rare situation. A lot of women won't have that type of patience. You know what I'm saying? So now that's going to put that man at a juxtaposition. It's like, okay, do I go 200 miles an hour to my goal and get there as fast as I know I could? Or do I jeopardize that to make sure that she feels, whole in this relationship? So how do you juggle that, I guess, is what my question would be.
For sure. Let me answer. Then you can go Shan or Ricky. I think Ricky had his hand up. So the way that you handle that is that you need to actually say, "This is my plan." Right? When you begin, if you're see, to me, the issue is that a man is not saying I want to be married. I just want to have some boo thing. Right? Now, if you're talking about marriage, it's a whole different game. You should be talking about like your expectations in the beginning, what your goals are in the beginning. First 3 dates, she should already know what you're about and exactly what it is that you're getting to and toward and going toward and how you're going to get there, right? And so then you begin to ask those type of questions to her, right? So if the woman is not is saying, well, you're not, it sounds like you're not going to be able to give me enough attention, then she's not the one, right? Because an individual that says, I like your plan, that's the one. And I can see your vision. I can see what it is that you're trying to do. And I think I can help you get to that particular position. If she's an individual that's taken away, then she's not the one. As simple as that. And don't be so carried away that she gave you the pom pom, right? Because that's not what's going to get you to where you need to get to anyway. And that's what dudes kind of get stuck at, is that they having sex. And so now your mind is in a position of not making a rational decision, right? So I would say, get the plan out of line, see what she says about the plan, and if she's not able to rock with the plan, then she not the one.
What it sounds like to me, and again, let me preface this by saying I understand how everybody feel about the money, right? The people aren't the distraction, the money is, right? The money is the real distraction. Because just in case in point, we went around this entire panel, right? Rio said you got to disguise yourself, be a different person than what the money made you, right? Because no matter what everybody try to say, money don't mean that much to me. It's not this, it's not that, it's not my focus, right? That money causes people like what Trill said, Kenny pull up in the $200,000 beam, right? Women gonna look at him differently, right? Which automatically cause him to reevaluate every woman differently. Right? You can't take them from a certain baseline because just for the fact that they know that you getting this money, you don't know what their intention is off the bat. Plain and simple, short and sweet. And they gonna move different because they see you got money, right? The expectation is set differently. Oh, you pull up in a $200,000 BMW and you taking me to Cracker Barrel, nigga, right? And because you got the money, right? Because you got the money, and even if it wasn't real, even if something seemed off, right, you're going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She trying to get my dough. She trying to do this and that. And vice versa for the females who got that money and feel they dating a dude that don't make as much money as them. The money is the real distraction. Now, if that's your focus, that's cool. I'm not knocking that, right? But I'm trying to say is that for people who try to play like money is not a part of the equation at that point, and it's not a distraction and a deterrent, right? Are you finding a genuine person? I think that's us being ingenuous.
Hey, Trill, your boy Kenny, has he always been in money, or did he? Is he from the mud and did it come up?
He ain't necessarily come from like rich situations. I mean, they didn't always been solid, but He had opportunities to get to where he had that was given to him, whatever. He didn't come from just poverty right out the gate now. But in terms of what he done built, he done built it. Mm-hmm.
So one of the issues and that happens with money, right? And people that come into money is people that typically grow up without it and then come into it by way of fucking they had ended up with a ton of Bitcoin, or they hit the lottery, or they landed a job that they didn't expect to get, or whatever reason, right? Oftentimes they don't want to change their lifestyle. This is the issue that we discussed out in here in LA when Nipsey got killed, because he was right here. Well, he was over on Slauson and Crenshaw, right? He just hung out in the hood. No matter how much money he made, he just wouldn't leave Rolling 60 neighborhood. That's where he is. Grandmama hit. That's where he hung out. And a lot of people would say, and even Snoop was telling, like, no, man, you can't hang out here no more. You got to change your whole lifestyle. So what happens is a lot of people get money and they don't want to change their lifestyle because they're comfortable where they grew up, and they don't want to let the money change. They say the money's not going to affect me, but what has to happen, and which alleviates all of this, and it alleviates what Humble Dad's issue is, because Humble Dad is suggesting, you know what, get you a woman that could come up with you. Oftentimes that doesn't happen that way, and oftentimes women can be a distraction, like Trill said. You know, and next thing you know, you ain't gonna have a come up. You're gonna be struggling for the rest of your lives, just living a basic old regular life. But if you concentrate and get your shit together, and you don't have a relationship and all that, and fall in love, and making sure you take care of your woman, and splitting time between working and making sure she's going to the play or whatever, that can be a distraction. So what happens is, the more money you guys make, fellas, this is a quick message to everybody that's on their way up, right? Or to the fellas that's already up and is having trouble dating women. You also have to increase your lifestyle. You cannot hang out. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You cannot hang out where you used to hang out. You cannot kick it where you used to kick it. You can't go to the same clubs, to the same spot on the corner, to go to this. You really can't really hang. I get all these are my day ones. This is the homies. This is what, this is where we watch the game. This is where I work out. I've always been here. You have to also change your environment when you make money. If you want to continue to have it, or you want to find people that's like-minded thinking, you got to go to those areas. You got to go to those sections. Well, I don't really jive with them, man. They don't talk like me. They don't think like me. They don't dress like me. I just like that car, but I still dress like I dress always, bruh. Then you're going to always have an issue, because if you stay in the same environment that you grew up in when you didn't have it, and now you have it, you're going to be interested in the same women from that environment. And when you're interested in the same women from that environment, you won't know what they're here for. You won't know how to move. You don't know if she's checking for you because you're driving a Lamborghini, but you in Compton. You just won't know. But once you change your environment and you start hanging around different people, and the conversations start being a little different, and everybody in your circle is getting it like you get it. And so you're not special no more. And the women that's around at that particular party, at that particular gathering, at that particular mixer, at that particular company function or whatever it is, those women ain't so blown away by how much money you have, because everybody in the room got bread. All the film producers at this particular event got money. All the producers and directors in Hollywood at this particular spot over at Paramount Studios got money. And so it's not no starstruck thing. But if you are stunting on the homies in the hood, and you out there, and I'm using the hood as an example, but whatever, where you stand out so much that you're doing so much better than everybody else, then you will not know what kind of women is going to want you for you versus the ones that want you for your money, because you're such a sore thumb. You're sticking out so much. You have to, as you make more money, you have to also learn to, as your tax bracket changes, your environment has to change as well, if you want to have success in dating and mating. That's super important. If you don't do that, man, you're going to be stuck in a rut for a long time, because you don't know if women are coming and going.
Yeah, there you have it. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to King Talking on Lapeef Network. I'm hearing that the likes are down. I'm hearing the mods say that the likes are down. Can we please take a moment right now and just hit the like button? That's all we ask for. Just hit the like button right now if you haven't already. If you have, just double check to make sure you hit it. Let's make sure the likes are matching the views right now, y'all. Come on. Likes are free. Let me read a couple of super chats we have. The retired guy 319 says, I never drive a Porsche on the first date. I guess you're trying to show off, y'all.
Leave it at the house.
Kenny Tongues 199. This Kenny. The women not the problem. I the problem.
Here you go, man. You talking about he ain't ready to settle down. He's still in snipe mode. That's what he means.
Ms. Parker says, 499. It seems that dating is hard for those pretending. Be it the man or woman. Stop pretending. Show up and be willing to learn and grow. So shout out to Ms. Parker out there. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Hit the like button right now. Let's get the likes up, man. It's good shit, y'all. I say y'all on one tonight, huh? You must be at oil, huh? The Urban Essence. Urban, no? Rio, no? Herbal Essence?
Nah, not tonight, brother.
Like, man, ate the whole thing. Like, man, you supposed to only take a portion of it, a piece of it, man. Now you stuck. Miss Parker said, you should, what? Oh, it says, why you dating? Okay. The asses.
It says, he said asses.
That was a test, y'all. I'm trying to see who off that Herbal Essence. I see. You see who laughed the hardest, right? Look at her with that ass. Bloodshot red, boy.
No,
right.
Because you said asses.
Hey, that's what it looked like for a second to me. Am I the one that's? It could be me. Anyway, hit that like button, y'all. I'm going time out. I'm trying to go night-night, nigga. Our next topic, man. This should be interesting, man. This should be real interesting right here. I say that for every topic, right? It is what it is. Crazy women. Real quick, it's like one of those icebreakers. The reason why this is important is because this is King Talk, and I think it's very important for us to identify some of those telltale signs. That's just automatic. And I'm just curious to hear what you guys, based off experience and shit, maybe your significant other may be crazy. And you just dealing with it like, man, we got years invested. I don't know. But for the people that's out there in Lapeef land, as we like to call it, let's get them an insight on our perspectives of what the telltale signs of a crazy woman are. This should be interesting. Women, take notes. If you are that person and we speak on it, just put a 0 in the chat just so we can really know what we're working with. All right. Sounds fair? Fair game? Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go with let's go with Trail on this one first, man. Based off your experience, what are some signs of a crazy woman? Just right off the rip, man.
Don't do it.
Be honest. This is a safe space right now. I think y'all spoke about it earlier, man. It's anyway, go ahead. I'm curious. Go ahead.
I would say, man, the first telltale sign of a crazy woman is lack of self-awareness, man. Like when you dating these chicks, and regardless of how pretty, how good the sex is, or how good that you feel like she thinks she looks, a lot of time it be screws missing, and they have no self-awareness. It may stem from upbringing. It may stem from her not getting the right reinforcement at the crib. So now she just out in the streets, kind of lingering or whatever the case may be. But I think just lack of self-awareness. Like, there's women out here that'll make a scene anywhere, that'll turn a small situation into something big, that, have attachment issues to where, you tell a chick, hey, man, I think we should just kind of chill out. Like, you trying to be grown with her, trying to calm, talk to her calm, and like a switch flip. Next thing you know, she outside your job. She done pulled up to your mama crib because you wasn't answering the phone. That's what I'm saying. Just like no self-awareness. She is more concerned with like getting her point across than dealing with the repercussions of that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like those is the like main telltale signs. You should inquire about how she grew up, pay attention to how self-aware she is, and number 3, pay attention to how much attention that she requires. Now, somebody that's confident in themselves, somebody that's level-headed, they don't need you like reinforcing that 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day. But we done all met women of all looks in terms of range, she may be gorgeous, a 10, but when she look in that mirror, she see a 3. So now that's going to be reflected in your relationship. You leave to go to the gas station. She hitting her, where you going? Well, it must be some holes there. It's just like it's just not necessary. Like, you need too much reinforcement for me. So it's those 3 things mainly. If I had to get some telltale signs to look for.
Yeah, I got you. And you might think of another one. I want to keep it 60 seconds. Let's just go one, and just so we can kind of keep the guys involved. Let's just go around real quick, man. Maybe swing around 3 times. What you got for us, Rio? What's a telltale sign? Crazy women.
Showing up unannounced. And Trill kind of touched up on that a little bit. You know, you're not responding, so they're going to take matters into their own hands. You know, and the energy behind that, you know, is typically unstable. And it puts you in a position to where now you have to kind of go to certain levels in way of your energy in order to bring them down to a normal level. You know what I mean? And it's almost like the toxicity becomes the norm. And next thing you know, you have just this volatile relationship, you know what I mean, with this individual. And so people who were kind of, if you're typically a level-headed person and you got this person kind of bringing you out of your character, you can't figure out why it's happening. Typically, there's something going on that other side. I will also say, hold
on, we're gonna come back around. Yeah. I'm gonna go on this one. It's a look, man. I think it's a look. Like, most people don't really gauge into a woman's eyes. A lot of guys walk with their head down. They not maintaining eye contact. Look at a woman. Sometimes, it's not all the time. It's a look. You ever look at somebody and just be like, this motherfucker crazy as hell? Like, you already know off the rip that they crazy. Just off a look. It could just be me, man. I don't know. But that's my thoughts, man. Pay attention. Start looking. If you haven't looked already, look at a woman while they talking. Always maintain eye contact with all humans. But once you start doing it enough and something happens, then you just, you can just kind of tell. That's just my opinion. What you got for us, Doc?
I would say, man, if they off the rip don't like the late great Kevin Samuels, they got problems, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even listening to what he's saying. They just automatically upset because he was mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that one, and then I'm gonna come around. I probably have another one, but that one right there, the women that I've talked to, I was like, okay, I'm asking a question to them about what's wrong with what he said. Well, I just don't like how he said it. Okay, but what did he say that you disagree with? Well, I can't say that I disagree with him. Okay, so you're saying that you don't disagree, but you don't want to listen to him because you don't like how he said it. Yeah, you crazy. Like, I don't understand how you can agree, but you still bother just because of how he said it. So I would say those type of women are crazy.
All right, what you got for us, Shan? Crazy women. 60 seconds, Shan.
60 seconds. I can do it in 30. Ignore, avoid, say thanks, but no thanks to anybody who's coming to you talking about their problems. If anybody is, especially the earlier on, they're telling you about their problems, they rent, they car, they cousins tripping, they mamas, her and her dad don't get along, or her co-workers doing this, that, and the other, and that shit has got to stop. And she got to go to HR to explain about what. Avoid them motherfuckers like a plague, man. That is the start of the ending for you guys. You want to find happy people in all aspects. Anybody that's coming to, the only thing that somebody can complain about is some sort of level up that they're doing. Like, I got to study real hard to master this final exam, or I got to, or I'm getting ready to pass the bar and I've been studying to pass the bar, some shit like that, or maybe, I got a huge operation tomorrow and I got to make sure everybody's coordinated, but just basic problems and shit. Avoid people that come to you with life problems, and because it gets worse. What you're hearing now is the tip of the iceberg. That's the tip of the spear. You want to find people that's happy all the way around. So I think I went 45 seconds on that.
A little longer, but Ricky gonna keep it 1,000 out. Go ahead, Ricky.
Oh man, if she got sheets or tiles on her windows instead of blinds or curtains.
Damn, that's the naked truth. Trill.
I would say lack of regard for repercussion and consequences. You got chicks out here, bro. You'll be saying, man, I'm gonna call the police. I don't give a damn, call them. So you're gonna act a fool anyway. Like, just no regard for what the consequences of this situation may be. That's another telltale sign right there.
All right, what you got, Rio?
Yeah, this is kind of, almost a piggyback. I think what Shan was getting at a little bit there was, if she doesn't get along with anybody, right, and you and her are starting to have disagreements and you are the problem, there's a good chance she's never going to see the part she plays in any of these conflicts. You know what I mean?
Only thing right in a wrong world.
Man.
I'm going to say this. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. A woman that's overly nice in the beginning. Overly nice. I'm talking about like, damn, I ain't never seen this shit before.
Nah, that's some people like that, because that sound like them Herbalife. They be hella overly nice.
No, I'm talking about women that's in their femininity, so to speak, as we say. That's
all my Herbalife friends are super nice.
They just seem like they just like really submissive. They on point.
Do you mean like a caffeinated, perky type of nice? Or
no,
like...
I'm just talking about a woman that's really into you, right? She really into you, and she's trying to, right off the top, she just wants to be very submissive. I just want to cater to you. I rub your back, do everything.
That's a red flag.
I see what he's talking about. He talking about overindulgence. It's just like a car salesman. Like, we've not been around. Certain car salesman you run up to, he gonna give you the spiel, and you like, bro, you can buy it if you want it, whatever. But it's other ones be super nice. They get to asking about your family. Hey, how your wife doing? How the kids doing? You goddamn well you don't give a damn about that, bro. You just doing too much, and that's what he's talking about. When it's a lot of women out here that just be overly nice. Yeah, my man, I give head for 2 hours every session. I have sex this amount of time. I cook for my man every single day. I do, like, it's just like, come on, gang. Like, no, you don't. So I see what he's saying.
So what does that turn into? Okay, so what does that turn into, JR?
Okay. Trill kind of went another way with it, but what I'm saying is that when a woman, just like a man, right? A man is gonna put on their best impression. Well, I'm gonna say, some men will, right? They try to put their best foot forward, but then as time goes on, they may not be as consistent. It goes, the same thing applies for a woman. A woman gonna put their best. If she really into you, she's gonna put her best foot forward 9 times out of 10. A decent woman, right? I won't say all women, because some women will show you who they are within the first half an hour. But sometimes you could be fooled, and you be looking at them like, damn, this is it. The next thing you know, they do some shit, and you be like, what the fuck is this? I never seen it come. I never expected this, because they put their best foot forward right in the beginning. You mean to tell me you ain't never seen this, Shan? You ain't never had a woman that appeared to be one way?
No. I've had them where they put it. I've married representatives, and then the real person showed up later. I know what that means. I know what you're talking about in terms of who are you and what did you do with my girlfriend.
They must be had some. It's a reason why they acting like that.
But they wasn't overly nice. See,
you're looking at nice, and when I say nice, meaning like submissive. Trying to cater to you. I mean, those. I mean,
no, I ain't never experienced that. I ain't experienced where they make that. I thought they discontinued that model. You know how you can tell. Though, they stopped making those.
You know how you can tell is if she being overly like nice and like overly accommodating when you know deep down you don't really deserve it like that. I ain't really gave you nothing for you to just be diving out the window and being overly accommodating. I'm halfway returning your text for real. Like you calling, I'm ducking calls. I hit you back 3 a.m., 4 a.m., but you just overly accommodating. It's just like, where is this coming from? I'm not giving you nothing to warrant that type of reciprocation. I think that's, again, she's trying to get into a position and then turn into the real her later. So it's just some manipulation going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I think
Show me one of them. I'll test out one of them overly nice ones. I don't know what that's like.
Hey, like I've literally seen
rubbing your dick while you're watching movies together. Show me one of those that rub your dick while y'all watch movies together. Just stroke you while the movie's going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we got off track a little bit, man.
Hey, you know what another red flag is? I don't know if you guys mentioned it because I had to go check on something. Check how does her car look? You may not see her house, but how clean is her car? Her daily driver, the one that she drives to and fro, is that motherfucker clean on the inside? I ain't talking about the outside. I ain't talking about the wheels and the tires and armor. I'm talking about the inside. Is it French fries in the side of the seats? Is it stains? Is it gunk all on the center console on the dashboard? How does the buttons? Does she have a clean car or a nasty one? Is it fucking old bottles and shit? Old, that drank empty bottles in the back seat? Does she got papers and stuff piled up on one of the seats? Check her car.
I think that might be some old school shit, Shan.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Most women that you run into today, it's gonna be shoes in the back of that car, a bunch of them. It's gonna be a bunch of purses in the back of that car. It's gonna be a lot of shit. Like women cars is terrible because women don't take care of cars to be just.
That don't mean that I wouldn't agree with that.
I seen some nigga shit like that. I get in like, dude, what the fuck you got going on here? All this fucking shit.
Okay.
I'm like, you knew I was getting in the passenger. You wait till I open up the door, then start leaning over here. Back like.
This can be gender neutral, but we asking about women. Listen, my thing is this: I understand that happens often, and then a lot of us is fucked up.
True.
All we doing is adding a correlation to a whole lot of fucked up houses that's nasty, a whole lot of kids that can't read, nasty ass bathrooms, nasty ass toilets. I worked in retail. I was the manager of a Sears. The women's bathroom was the worst one.
Hey, I did add on to that. I cleaned the dorms at SFA, and the girls' dorm was the worst out of all the dorms. Yeah, so
so I get it. There's a lot of cars like that. Yeah, and it's a lot of fucked up people right now too. Just saying, you find you one with a nice, clean automobile.
I'll tell you what though, another thing too, like if she get mad and she laughs or smiles, like while she having serious conversation, like we in the midst of an argument and she's like smiling and laughing as she's talking, that's another sign.
And she
that woman right there drive both of y'all off.
That's the one I want you to choke her while you fucking.
Wait, we forgetting the most obvious one, y'all. The hand clapping. The hand clapping. No, you ain't talking to me. Oh my God. No, this nigga not. Oh my God. Come on, man. God damn, bro. God damn.
Oh my God.
I would add to the list. I would say the woman that never feels like she's wrong. Like she never feels like she's wrong in the situation.
Say it again, Doc. Say it one more time.
She never feels like she's wrong. Like it's not a.
Why is that a problem?
Because that means that she doesn't even compromise. Like she doesn't even internally see what she could have done to have caused the situation to be what it is. And that it's always the other person that did something. So self-accountability is always a big deal. Like if you're not able to see how you have affected the turnout of a conversation, then that's a problem. Because at some point in time, everybody's wrong at some point. And if you feel like you're never wrong, then that's definitely a sign of a crazy person.
Any woman with a full neck tattoo, crazy.
Chest tattoo too.
That means I don't give a fuck.
No, it's a motherfucking piercing. That piercing right here.
Oh man.
Like that. Yeah. I guess you pull the skin out and you pierce through that shit right here. Yeah, that's
you shave your hair off to feel liberated. Crazy.
If you can't handle the conversation, if it's all like, if you running from it, let's talk about it later. I don't want to talk about this right now. I'm not in the mood. if you deflect and trying to have that tough conversation, you never get back to it. That's a sign right there that she fucking crazy.
If she drive any car that's not 2000 or above, crazy. Especially if it's like a Suburban or a GMC Jimmy, crazy.
Man,
That means she
you know
got
something else that's crazy. You want to know something else?
auction.
Yeah, something else is crazy is that when I asked this question about crazy women, y'all couldn't even say nothing. That's crazy.
If you can see the white, see all the whites around her eyes when she talk, crazy.
All right, y'all. Let me get a couple more. Rio, you got one more?
I think that one that Trill was hitting on when he was talking, when you were giving your example, we do see this a lot. It's almost like an interview, right? They give you this overly embellished resume, right? And they communicate it with such confidence, right? And conviction that you believe, oh my God, there's an angel just fell out the sky. My goodness, and you're single? Where did you come from? You know what I mean? Have you completely bought in? There's somebody who really knows this person. And if they were to hear, whether it be a podcast, whatever it's on, they're thinking this motherfucker is crazy. Like, no, this is a lie. They are nothing like that. They are absolutely nothing like that, right? I think that's a form of crazy because it takes you being convinced to some extent to be able to communicate it with such delivery. Either that or you just pathological lying. But, I think that is a form of it. And I think sometimes we get tricked. Let's just be honest. I think sometimes we get tricked, right? Because we drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak. You know what I mean? And we find out later, after you're very far in, that it's absolutely not who you thought it was. You know what I mean? So we got to acknowledge that. That's kind of crazy too.
I got the last one, bro. If she ain't got no hair and she constantly trying to put it in a ponytail,
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll tell you what, though.
Go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say any woman that says I'm not perfect, but you never admit to anything specific that she's doing wrong. Because women do that all the time. Oh, I'm not perfect. But you never never hear her admitting to anything specific in the relationship that she does wrong. That tell you everything you need to know.
After the first time she give you head and she ain't got no gag reflex, crazy.
Look at Ricky going crazy. I'm gonna end it with this one. Somebody that just show crazy so early and they don't even realize that they showing it early. I had to tell somebody. I said, look, I'll be cordial with you, but like, do you really think that when you did X, Y, and Z, that this was gonna be okay? Like, you really thought that I wasn't gonna think that this shit was fucking strange? Like, you really don't. Like, you couldn't even hold it in long enough to even fool me. And they still persisted to still try to talk to you. Like, you really think this shit is okay? That's that crazy shit right there. And within, like, I kid you not, it might have been a day later or something like that. They was in that motherfucker going crazy. Yelling, crying, out of breath, up and down. I said, this is real life crazy right here. This is why you single. If you showing this shit that goddamn early, I'm talking about nuts. I thought the stalker when I was younger was crazy, but this motherfucker matched them. I'm like, this shit is, I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. This is like, I need medicine type crazy. Out of breath from having an episode.
You know, the white of their mouth, the corner of their mouth get white and shit from yelling so goddamn much. Like, man,
this was over the phone. There's only so much I'm glad I wasn't in person, but I'm just like, you know what? That's enough for me.
Man,
that's enough for me.
That's a lot of undiagnosed issues out here, man. That's all.
Yeah, it is. I know crazy.
I put some in the back chat too from a little website.
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw that, Doc. I was hoping you was gonna help us out right there. Maybe start prescribing some of these women some of that medication you got now since you got that PhD. Yeah.
I can't prescribe nothing, bro.
You could do anything, doc. Just have your nurse, the nurse that's worked with you, just have her send it over. I got you. Anyway, man, enough crazy talk. You guys just tuned in. Welcome to King Talks. Make sure you get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Please hit the like button. The likes are still down for what I'm hearing. Make sure you guys get your tickets to Atlanta. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let's talk about women in other cultures, right? I seen this video and I thought it was crazy. And I'm just wondering, I don't know if you guys ever been out the country or dated women out the country, but do women really value the BBC? Do they? Do they? I saw this video and it was quite unique. So let me go ahead and bring it up real quick. Y'all might have seen it, might not. I don't know. So
And the answer is yes. Before we even.
God, I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay. No, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Saudi, huh?
So, I mean, two things. Is it just like black men get this type of attention when they walk out? Do you have to have a certain type of physique, and they feeling that way? I mean, I've never been to a country and just walking around and getting that type of action. Maybe I ain't got that physique. I don't fucking know.
I have.
But okay, you have.
The answer is yes.
Okay, go ahead, Shan.
What you just saw on that video is true, and it'll be true for each one of y'all on this panel. Absolutely. I've traveled, been all over. Years ago, I remember when I went to Mombasa. I went to Mombasa on a R&R. Mombasa is a part of it's in Nairobi, Kenya, and this is in Africa. This is in the coast of, this is in the country of Africa. The continent of Africa. White socks at the time was like gold. What you just saw right now. So remember, if you're tall, that's a plus. If you're slim, that's a plus. Other than that, you just got to be black. You don't have to look a certain way, because oftentimes when we look at other cultures, we see the same face. We see they all, to just keep it 100. A lot of particular cultures all look the same to us because we can't see the small idiosyncrasies in their structures, in their face, their eyes, their nose, their lips. To us, it's pretty much like a blurred line. It's the same thing for them to us. So just like we can look at somebody, a lot of people can't discern the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, right? It's just like, they're just Asian, as we say. And because a lot of times for us, we can't see the difference. But when we look at each other, we know the difference. It's like, oh man, she's fine and she's not. Oh, he's handsome and he's not. But to other cultures, it's all the same, oftentimes. So for black men overseas, I hadn't been to Thailand, but I've been other places. And you can be walking down the street and you get catcalled, man. It's weird. It is weird as fuck. And all you got to do is be a black man. Now, he was in Thailand and he was probably in the prostitution district, so that's what they do. But he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And so you also look like you could look like a tourist. And so they know that, this is a lick. But even for just getting out of their situation, even for the BBC, right? The answer is yes. That's why the whole SYSBM movement, the Save Yourself Black Men movement, just go other places and find you a woman instead of a ADOS American woman. It's so big because once you experience it, it's like, it's a huge culture shock. And you be like, you feel like to be honest with you, it's a real ego boost. And to make you feel like, God damn, I don't get this kind of treatment in Atlanta. They don't do me like this in Houston or when I'm in Chicago or New York or LA. This don't happen when I'm in the mall, this don't happen when I go to Target to go get some toothpaste and a pack of drawers. But when you in other countries, when you in Rio, when you in Colombia, when you in Aruba, or when you go to when you go to Thailand, and you a brother that's just walking down the street and you at walking with some confidence and your shoulders are back and your head is up, and you not a roly-poly, you just somewhat fit. Oh man, you like a rock star. You are literally like a rock star, because they don't know the difference between you and LeBron. To them, you look just like goddamn Diddy. Diddy and Shannon is the same thing to them. So why not? So yeah, man, that video you saw was 100% accurate.
Oh man, I don't think it was 100% accurate. I think it was more like 65% accurate. I seen different shows about Tyler, and he was over there in the whole district. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying?
Because I've been in the red light in South Korea.
Right. But let's talk about it though. But the truth is that those women look at masculinity and relationships differently. The truth is, the matter of the fact is, and it's on our part too. I ain't gonna let us off the hook. But our women are spoiled. Y'all spoiled and accustomed because, you know, the truth of the matter is y'all believe that y'all owe the man. Right? When over there they compete, they know it's a competition because, you know, money ain't like it is over here. It's not set up like it is over here, right? So when they see a man, right, a single man, right, especially over there in those cultures over there in Asia, especially in Asia, where now they're promoting, you know, masculinity and family building at this point, right? When they see a single man, every woman gonna jump at you because they understand what comes along with that: the security, the financial security, the masculine security. You know what I'm saying? Have them accomplish what they was raised to do, which is, you know, bear children and be a wife and make a family. But, you know, they don't need that over here no more. You know, you don't need no man. Right? We don't need I don't need no man. I could be all I can be by myself. Right? But then he'll come over here with his little Asian doll, you know, male order brow, whatever y'all want to call it. And then he'll get crucified, right? But walking down the street, he just any other dude to y'all. Hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? Oh, you thirsty. Get your thirsty ass away from me. It ain't Thursday, thirsty Thursdays. It's Monday, boo. It's Monday, boo. Y'all got the game backwards, man. Trying to tell y'all. Bizarre Roar. Superman with the S on his chest backwards, Trill. I'm telling you, bro. Everything backwards, bro.
All right. Rio, Trill.
That's the game. I think you know, scarcity in general, it's simple economics to me. Scarcity in general is power. That's just what it is. Anything that's in less demand, people are gonna flock around it. It ain't even for the necessary, just like Shan said, don't matter how they look, it could be any one of us, whatever. It's just the fact that we're something foreign, something new, something shiny. People gonna gravitate to it. It's no different than, you know, when we have foreigners come where we at. Say if we in Texas and we have a California chick come out here or a New York chick come out here, you know, they talking different. They, you know, dialect is different. How they move, how they carry themselves is different. That's gonna be intriguing, if not, you know, it's attractive. A lot of times it's just simply intriguing. And let me just figure out what that is. So I think in those situations it's no different. I got the same thing when I was in Cabo and different places like that, or Jamaica, or goddamn, what other one that I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's just you different. They hear you talk. Where you from? Like you have an accent, and you thinking I ain't got no damn accent. That's how everybody talk where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? But they talking way different. Sometimes another language, or even if it's English, it's a different. You know, it's a different way of speaking English. So again, I just think scarcity in general provides value. And that's a perfect example of that.
Rio.
I'm pretty level with that. That example. I mean, I feel like people want. I don't even say they want, and no, I don't agree with crave. I will say we're interesting, we're different, right? Oftentimes we may even use the words here in America, so you may hear us say, oh, wow, she looks exotic, right? We definitely know she comes from some other place, right? and that's intriguing to us, right? We want to try it out, so to speak, right? And I think it's the same for us when we go to other places. You know, we're different, right? We're different, you know. And I think the video, I haven't experienced that what he experienced. Now that I'd be lying if I tell you, you know, it was like that when I was in Jamaica or somewhere like that. However, there's definitely some energy. There's definitely some energy there. Yeah. But like I said, I've yet to go to any countries in Asia, right? So there may be maybe a completely different world. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, I would say I wouldn't say crave. I think it's similar to what everybody else was kind of saying. It's really supply and demand with different. I lived in India for about 6 months, and I was like 25, 26 years old, and it's definitely a different vibe, and they look at you differently. You know what I'm saying? Because you stick out, and so the attention is on you, right? Uh, but I wouldn't. I would say it's just the same as what Trill is saying. And what Rio said. If they came over here, we would look at them probably the same because they're different, right? Would we crave them? I wouldn't say the word crave, but we would definitely have a higher interest because they're different and unique, right? And then, as Shannon said, I mean, he was in the district where they call probably everybody else too. You know what I'm saying? So, what was so different about him if they do it to everybody else? So we don't. I wouldn't say that was necessarily the norm. Um, if the place in which he was like women that want to have sex with dudes on a regular, right? So I would say if you're different in any particular regard, you're going to probably be wanted in any environment. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say that same thing too. I think you hit it, man. I mean, if you consider a foreigner, and I can only imagine that there ain't too many black folks. Well, it might be, but they're the minority in Asia, so they're gonna stand out. Um, all the bonuses is if you're attractive, if you fit, if you're tall, those are just bonuses. Here in America, you can have that same attention if you fit, if you on the taller side, if you in your bag, you can command attention. It may not be the exotic attention, but it definitely will be some attention. So if you out there and you a man and you may not be getting a lot of women, get in the gym. You start there. Like at least get fit, at least get right, and at least have that in order. You get to your bag too. You just got two of the top ones. You got to understand that a lot of men are not fit. It's rare. You may see a lot of men that's fit, but if you was to put the world with fit men and men that was unfit, it's going to be a lot more unfit black men, so to speak. So
In America.
Yeah, in America.
Mhm.
Now, if you become fit, guess what? You're in that top percentage. If you get into the bag, guess what? You're in that top percentage. I had a question about like the women. Do you think women understand their do women talk to men within their league? So do you think that women, when it comes to certain men, right, like they know they can't get the LeBron James, but they'll go after somebody with money, but not the LeBron James? Or do you think women they just go after whoever?
I don't think women feel like anybody is out of their league, and I feel like that's the
They
issue.
damn sure
Kevin
don't.
Samuels held up a big ass mirror to that for a couple years. You had literally have women out here who, and again, there are, just like Kevin Samuels used to say, there's a standard for beauty. However, whatever, there's a standard, and a lot of women will fall under that and still feel like I deserve a Morris Chestnut that's 6 foot 2, 3, making 200,000 a year, on house, on nice car, all of that. It don't matter that I'm, 5 foot 300 pounds. It don't matter that I got 3 kids. It don't matter that, I'm unstable mentally and I ain't never sought out no therapy. I still deserve that. So I think that most women are wired that way. To whereas men, we are a lot more practical in terms of like where we are. We know goddamn well if I'm making 30,000 a year, I don't have a chance with a Rihanna. That's just what it is. We're aware of that. We understand that. So we're gonna shoot up under that. And again, we might find a chick that look just as good as her, but just not as famous or whatever. But as far as that type of status of a woman, you know, we know better. But a lot of women don't. A lot of women feel like there is no man that's out of her league.
They delusional. Delusional is the only word I can use to describe it. It's a delusion, a fantasy they play in their own minds. It's ridiculous. Everybody has a lane, bro. Now with work and effort and bag and things like you can change your lanes, bro. But we all know most people are subservient to their habits. Right? But I don't know what it is about Western society, especially here in America, where you could have the one shit I seen on Instagram. This chick looked like Jabba the Hutt. Talking about he need to be doing this to bring home that bag. Like, you lucky a man. What? And I don't care what y'all say.
Hey, finish that thought, Rick. Lucky man. What?
You lucky a man, dude. You lucky a man look your way. You lucky a man text you. Like, what? That should be having me befuddled, man. I'd be like, what? People, man, some of these women correct. You was just saying crazy. Yeah.
Correct.
So that goes on the list, right? A woman that doesn't know what she qualifies for.
She delusional. Crazy.
Rank yourself from 1 to 10. Fresh face out the shower, no makeup. 10.
Delusion.
Damn.
10. The biggest highlight was Lizzo. Remember? You know, the question is, do women think that they can get anything they want? Yeah, they do. Trill nailed it. Listen, Lizzo was after Captain America. She said, I'm shooting my shot with Chris Evans. Chris was nice. He played it politically correct so he can continue to get that money. And he, behind closed doors, Chris was like, are you motherfucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
So
yes, the ladies believe that they can date who they want, and they believe, and the thing, and one of the problems that women have is that they base their dating success on possibility and not probability.
And also who they get to, who smash them too, though.
Wait, say that again.
And also who smash them. So, like, for example.
Oh, yeah, because they take smashing and they equate that with just relationship.
Yes. So if a dude that's like an 8, 9, 10 smash them, they be like, I see where I'm at.
And that's why a lot of them always, and humble that. That's why a lot of them always be like, yeah, you know what? I'm dealing with some guys that like, no, you see, you getting dealing with and seriously courting you for marriage with mixed up. He'll hit it. Yeah, he'll hit it. He'll check in when he's in town, but you getting it all mixed up. So no, they think they can get anything they want. JR. Often, most women in the chat, whether they want to admit it or not, believe that they are qualified for men that they should know that they are not qualified for. Unfortunately, Trill, I don't think that they actually consciously realize that. I think they really believe that shit.
So
I don't think that they're hoping. I don't think that they believe. You know what? I'm not really. I don't really qualify for that, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. I don't think that that's the train of thought. I think the train of thought is truly, of course, the fuck. Yes, I believe that, and they believe it in their heart of hearts.
Go ahead, Rio.
So I guess too, one of the things I'm thinking about is if they don't date what they qualify for, what are we willing to accept, right? And what's our standard? Like, I've been throwing this out there. One of the things I started thinking about was, okay, if we got a perfectly normal 6, I mean, she's a solid 6, nothing more, nothing less,
above average, okay,
but well-rounded in every other category.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a 9 that's out of our mind sometimes. Who are we? You know what I mean, who we going with?
I'm grabbing the 6.
The 6 all day, bro.
Men are gonna marry the 6.
I'm grabbing the 6.
They're gonna marry the 6.
It's like I said before, bro. It's I like to equate it with the money situation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like most pretty women got fucking issues, bro.
Yeah, that beauty.
That's just the truth. That's just the goddamn truth, right? A lot of times your heart cannot handle what your eyes like. That's just the honest to goddamn truth. The baddest ones usually y'all, man, come on, man. The baddest ones has the nastiest houses, the stinkiest attitudes, bro.
Start dating models, boy.
It's rare. It's rare when you get a bad one that's well-rounded, bro. It's rare. It's rare. That's like a unicorn with a diamond stuck up his ass.
That's single still? That ain't already wifed up?
Somebody already got her, bro.
Yeah.
Right? That's just the honest to God truth of it, man. But like I said, people, y'all want what y'all can't have, and that's the goddamn problem. That's the real problem, man. Like y'all call it settling. Like somebody selling for your naked ass too. Like it's crazy to me. I'm gonna go off on a rant, y'all. I'm gonna have to apologize.
Let me fall back then.
I DJ weddings on the weekend, right? It's one of my hustles, right? I did like 4 sessions since it got warm outside. All these couples, young white couples, I'm talking 23, 24, 26, 27. Building families early. Right? No whole phase. No, I'm out here trying to find myself. Families locked in. And you know what these families talking about at these weddings? Business. The one wedding I did this week, the husband's side, his family was German, right? Over here talking about bringing their business to America and starting now that they have a family that they can build with. But you don't want to settle for nobody. We getting it wrong. We getting it wrong. We sitting here, I ain't gonna even say it's an argument anymore because the arguments are fucking mundane. We sitting up here discussing who should take care of this child. Don't take care of this person's child. Don't do this. Don't do that. Who paying for food? Who paying for dinner on the first date? But you don't want to settle. All the while, like I said earlier, man, like I said, these days, this world keeps spinning and these days keep passing. And everybody think tomorrow's not their fucking time, bro.
Another banger. Appreciate that, Ricky. Anybody want to say anything? Final thoughts? Move on. All right. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to King Talking to Lapeef Network. Make sure you get them likes up, family. Let's get them likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share the stream with somebody. Let somebody else get some of this game. These jams is being dropped tonight and always on King Talk. Get your tickets to Atlanta, August the 5th and the 6th. We taking over. The Lapeef Experience takes over Atlanta. So that link gets pinned to the top of the chat right there. We nearing to get to the meat of the conversation, but before we do, I want to bring this up. In the news, Kim Kardashian ex-therapist waited 6 months before Pete met my kids. Kim Kardashian wanted to make sure she waited long enough before introducing her kids to new boyfriend Pete Davidson. Let me get this out the way real quick. Consulting therapists and asking friends in a similar situation, how much time should pass before an appropriate meeting? Just gonna be real quick. We ain't got to spend too much time on it, but I'm just curious. Should boyfriend and girlfriends be meeting the kids? Like, you guys approve of that? Well, should they wait? What are you guys' thoughts about it? Because I know a lot of people was in uproar about Pete Davidson meeting the kids. Is it a big deal? Are people really tripping? Is it just situational? Should there be a rule?
I think it's situational. I think it's situational. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's all depending on how serious you looking to take that person. You know what I mean? If I'm not taking you serious, you'll never meet my children. You would never meet them. And I feel as a woman, if you're not taking the guy, well, like I said, first and foremost, you should be dating. You should be dating intently first and foremost. Period. You should be dating intently, right? But if you out here in these streets and you got, you know what I'm saying, all these, oh, that's my play brothers and shit. Well, they shouldn't be meeting your kids. Like, oh, that's my play brother. They shouldn't be meeting your kids, right? But if you serious and you out here dating intently, and if this is something that someone you believe, or and they're showing you actionable signs that they're going to be around for the long haul, I think you should meet them kids as early as possible. I want to know if I'm be able to deal with your badass kids. You know what I'm saying? Is your kids out of pocket? You know what I'm saying? Is there a deal breaker for me, right? What's the arrangement of your kids with their fathers? Because all that stuff plays a part if I'm choosing to deal with you. So I think you want to meet them sooner than later if you're trying to be serious. But if you ain't trying to be serious, nah. But we talking about Kim Kardashian and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
yeah.
Well, where the fuck is baby?
Anybody else?
Baby went downtown. Well, why she didn't take her goddamn kids
with her? You know what I'm saying? Shit. Why she ain't take them goddamn kids with her? Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it G. I think I don't know. I think Kim K waited the perfect amount of time because if I'm hypothetically single, if I'm hypothetically speaking, if I'm single tomorrow, that's about the time that I would need to vet and see if you're worth bringing around my kids. So, I mean, I understand that when what Rick is saying is 1,000% true. If we have zero intent of being serious, that'll never happen, like ever happen. Like, I may have you by the crib or whatever the case may be, but I'm gonna make sure my kids is gone. You'll never interact with them, and I never understand that, bro. Like we'll be out, like old like to tell this story all the time, bro. He met a chick at the club one night, and like pulled back up to her crib. She had a baby that was like I think like 8 months, 7, 8 months, something like that. And he met the kid that night, had sex with her with the kid in the living room, still up watching TV. So that's the type of stuff that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these women are thirsty. A lot of these women are thirsty to kind of just have a man in the house. So they're introducing, like y'all been on a date or 2 dates,
Yes.
and now you meeting the kid. I remember a clip went viral on here. A chick was talking about, if a man take me out to McDonald's, and he don't, or take me out or something, and we go out to eat, and he don't buy my kid nothing, or my kid can't come, then that's the issue. So we literally talking about a woman trying to introduce you to her child on a first date. Like that is just insane to me. You know what I'm saying? But again, everybody's wired differently. But in terms of how Kim K moved, I think that's how you're supposed to move. 6 months, I think, is a decent amount of time to vet somebody and come to a decision as to how serious that this thing really is.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's really kind of situational, but situational doesn't mean that you need to go so early, right? It's about using wisdom and discernment about that individual, such as Wiki said. What's the intent of your relationship with this individual? You definitely want to see how they operate around your kids, or if how you operate around their kids. But at the same time, Kim K probably did it well because, for example, I mean, she got ex-husband Kanye, who has an issue, as far as like how he's going to deal with the situation as well. So I would say it's really situational. Every person is different, and you just really got to figure out how serious you are with this person, and do you want them around your kids? So that's my take on it. I don't think there's a time frame necessarily that you can just put on it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to chime anything on it? Yeah. I think it is situational. I think that what's kind of crazy is that I think women that want to be in relationships that move too quickly, especially after a marriage, or they just constantly going from man to man, you will typically see that they are going to introduce their kids to the new man like so quick. Because I think about Vanessa Bryant, and I think know it's a tragedy, and I don't hear anything about anybody else in the picture, and it could be due to the circumstance. But I'm just thinking about when people really go through it, the last thing on their mind is meeting a new guy, and then on top of that, their kids being involved. It's like it was almost like immediately, and it could because they was in the spotlight, and the breakups like it just happened, and then next thing you know, Pete was in there. I didn't even realize it was 6 months. It just seemed like he was in the picture the whole entire time. They were dating, and they were just waiting. The kids already knew about him already, but I guess they can't help that. It probably was on the damn show. Shit. I'm pretty sure Pete was on the show, right?
I'm telling. But again, I think it speaks to that whole platonic situation that we speak to a lot. In terms of like these niggas don't be platonic friends with these women. These niggas be waiting on a shot, waiting on the opportunity. And that's why all of that. Yeah, all that platonic friendship shit. Nope. I say you let your woman that. Nope. She ain't got no male friends. I'm her male friend. She got a brother, and that's about it. Associates, co-workers, that's another thing. But in terms of you having male best friends, and that's the story Kim K tells. Oh yeah, we been knowing each other and this, that, and the third, and we was cool then, and he just always been around. And then as soon, just like JR just said, as soon as the relationship, we didn't even know they was broke up. And they arm in arm walking in venues together. Like, what the fuck? Nah.
Everything Kim Kardashian has been built off the back of a black man or the penis of a black man. Fuck that, man. I can't stand them people. Man.
Yeah, and then on the outside looking in, we was talking about how to identify a woman that's just there. I really think Kanye West, new chick, I just think she's just there for that bad. I don't really see anything that's kind of genuine. That's just me on the outside looking in. We just talking just for the hell of it because they're in the public eye, right? But it just seemed as though that shit came like he just needed something to fill in. She kind of resembled Kim. She's a nice looking lady. But I don't know. It's some weird shit. Anyhow, you guys just tuning in. Welcome to King Talk. We should get them likes up. Let's get to the meat of the conversation, what you guys all been waiting for. I'm going to play this video from the pastor. I know you guys been seeing him in the headlines. You go ahead and pull it up. If you haven't already, get your tickets to Atlanta. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. So make sure you guys go ahead and get that ASAP. I don't know what them VIP tickets looking like. We might have a few more left, maybe not. Let me go ahead and play this. Get them likes up, y'all.
A man does not feel appreciated in the area of his presence. He becomes a version of a man that he can give you and still survive. And I promise you, you will not like that version. That version of him is silent, frustrated, sharp with his words, short-tempered. How many of y'all been getting that lately? Non-communicative. Because he has to become something that he can survive in.
I think I need to play it again one more time, y'all.
When a man does not feel appreciated in the area of his presence, he becomes a version of a man that he can give you and still survive. And I promise you, you will not like that version. That version of him is silent, frustrated, sharp with his words, short-tempered. How many of y'all been getting that lately? Non-communicative. Because he has to become something that he can survive in.
All right, Kings. You guys heard it, man. What do you guys thoughts about that, man? When a man does not feel appreciated in the area of his presence.
In the area of his presence.
We're doing that yarn and shit, Shan. What you on, fam? You getting old, fam.
What is that? Break that down for us, Trill. Area of his presence.
Man, see, I think essentially what he's saying is that a man that's not getting the gratitude that we spoke about earlier. You know, this man busting his ass, he paying all the bills. I'm being a great dad. I'm being considerate. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I just don't feel that gratitude in return. And I'm sure everybody on this panel have been in a situation like that, even if not a real relationship, but just somebody that you was fucking with, and you doing things for them, but you feel like this shit is very, very one-sided, bro. Like you giving me bare minimum in this motherfucker, and you expecting me to go above and beyond. But I mean, we speak to that all the time, just in terms of the number one most desired trait that men want in a woman is gratitude. That means everything to us, bro. Like it ain't necessarily a financial number. It ain't necessarily a specific gift. It ain't necessarily like nothing materialistic. A man just want to know that, the effort that I'm putting into this shit, that you are acknowledging that. And a lot of women don't acknowledge that. They move as if this is status quo. You literally have women come on these platforms and say, like, you're not supposed to reward a fish for swimming. That's what he's supposed to do. Like that, you literally have a lot of women that feel that way. So it's like you being faithful, you paying bills, you being considerate, you taking her out. All this shit is status quo. There's nothing special about this to her. So she moves accordingly. It's like I'm taking it for granted. I mean, it is what it is. It's what you're supposed to be doing. Not realizing that this man doing all of this compared to the field is exceptional. And you know that better than anybody, because the last 7 niggas you dated didn't do this. That's why y'all not together now. But again, like a lot of women are very, very, very entitled, and they don't make their man feel appreciated. They don't go above and beyond. They don't pay attention to shit about a man that they don't directly benefit from. They don't give a damn about a man's happiness if it's not tied to hers. And that's what he's speaking to.
Hey, Trill, real quick. E says, if he worried about appreciation, do something worth being appreciative. What are your thoughts about it?
What is you talking about? This the. Let me tell y'all something, man. Look, and I hope I ain't taking this the wrong way, E so hopeful, right? But to build on what Trill is saying, this is a hard point for me because I've experienced it I experienced this real life. Look, we just said for Father's Day, we don't really even expect nothing. Don't even trip about it, right? This man Trill and King just told you, hey, they took me out. Man, I felt like the world. I felt like I was in heaven. It was the world to me. We got to take y'all out just so we can get pussy, right? We got to stay romantic. Got to keep romance in a relationship, right? Truth of the matter is, like I said before, and I said this on Trill's show, I said it on other show. We know y'all had a past before us. You ain't no virgin. But I'm the man here doing everything that your baby daddy or your other man ain't do. But it get to the point with our women, right? It get to the point with our women, well, it's just expected to, hey, you supposed to do it because I'm me. But it get to the point where y'all can't even say thank you. Thank you for giving me the life I live. Thank you for giving me the security you provide for me. But then it always becomes what a woman want to turn it about. Oh, everybody want to appreciate. What else I got to show you? And then when we become a man that y'all don't recognize, and to be honest with you, so we don't shoot this motherfucking house up, then that's when a relationship gets shaky and shitty because now you ain't happy. Now you ain't happy. Now the relationship is at a breaking point. Now the relationship is at a point where we don't know what's going to happen between us between today and tomorrow. Now it's a problem. Thank you. I appreciate you. Suck my dick without having to be asked. Get up and cook a goddamn meal every once in a while. When the last time you went out and just bought your man something just cuz? Just cuz. I'll wait. Even though you doing it with his money. I'll wait. But the world's so hard for the Western woman, boy. It's so hard for y'all. Go find them. If we so easy to find, what you, hey, if y'all made Hove, yo, make another Hove.
I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hove.
Okay, so make another Hove. If I'm so common, if I'm so everyday run of the mill, go find one. Because I can tell you for 100% guaranteed fact, I can find another one of you if you an unappreciated, if you just a woman that's here fucking leeching off my motherfucking resources. I know I can find another one of you.
Numerically, that's a fact. Statistically.
Now, maybe it's just human nature. Maybe it's just a woman's nature. But like I said, y'all sit and wonder, look, I'm not saying that we supposed to be better, Trill. We supposed to be better. Right? But y'all act like it's not a cause to an effect to when some shit happened between you and the man. Oh, it's on him. Like you didn't play no motherfucking part in the game. You was just innocent and thorough. They're out. I call bullshit.
Sitting on Facebook liking no shit now.
It's crazy. I'm gonna go from this perspective. Why would you stay in a relationship where you're not appreciated? And why would you want a man that you don't appreciate? Like, see, it doesn't make sense to waste people's time and try to figure out how you can change them, or how can they satisfy you, or what can they do for you, or whatever the case may be. So for me, in relationships, I've never had a woman that didn't appreciate me. There's no way that I would stay if I wasn't appreciated. And as it relates to doing what it is I'm supposed to do, like there's not something that I necessarily have to do all the time to be appreciated, right? I don't have to be, getting something or doing something. Like, I'm here with you and spending my time with you. That should be a part of what you appreciate about me, that I'm willing to listen to you. I'm willing to, carry some of your burdens, or even sometimes all of your burdens, right? There's so many intricate parts about being in a relationship other than resources that people are missing, that they focus on what is it monetarily that you're doing for me, right? When it's more than that. And so that's what's being missed. And so I would say get out of the relationship if you're not being appreciated, and in the relationship if you don't feel like you should be able to appreciate that person. That's just my take on it.
Too many times that we think we can fix people, though, humble dad. You know, when somebody's not appreciating you, you be like, damn, it's not that hard. So then you be fighting for it to try to convince a motherfucker to recognize you and realize it, man. So a lot of times we don't want to, men particularly, we don't want to jump out of it because we like, yeah, we can fix this player. I'm a good coach. I know my team ain't fucking losing all these games because of my coaching, I could work on this player. They just need to do this on the jump shot is not hard to do.
You can't teach somebody to say to have gratitude. Like, you know what I'm saying? They either have it or they don't, right? Or they really don't appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody does, I mean, think about it. When you go to a restaurant, like somebody bring you something, even though you're paying the waiter, you still tell them thank you.
This ain't no restaurant though.
What I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
What
you're appreciative of the person that you're paying to bring you water. You will say thank you more times than not. Right.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. And I'm not even arguing that point. I'm just about to say something. Like, we play like love don't play a part in shit. That's what bothers me about these conversations, bro. We play like love don't play a part in shit. It does. We take care of y'all because we fucking love y'all. If we didn't take, that's how you know a man love you, because he fucking taking care of you. That's what a man do. He provide, he protect. If he doing those things, if you was just some random chick out on the street, you wouldn't be fucking here. Y'all don't listen.
Did you hear what I said?
You wouldn't be here. We stay because we fucking love you, bro. We love you. In the same way, when y'all with a fucked up dude, a dude you wasn't supposed to be with, you know, Future before Russell Westbrook. Shout out to my boy Trill. Right? The same way y'all be sitting waiting for that motherfucker to get right. The same way y'all waiting for that motherfucker to get right. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be my fault. I have yet to have a woman tell me it was her fault a relationship failed.
Don't hold your breath. That shit ain't happening. But I mean, just going back to what Humble Dad's question, I think he asked a great question in terms of like, how can you stay in a situation, especially speaking from a man's perspective, to where you don't feel appreciated? I think men are programmed not to care about feeling appreciated. Like, men are so low maintenance, and we wear that as a badge of honor, when in reality we be suffering on the inside. But like growing up, even, you know, a lot of us can speak to it. You know, I seen my granddad take care of the whole family. He took, you know, he paid all the bills in the house. My grandma ain't never had to worry about nothing. He even raised some of his kids in the house and all type of shit. And he, you know, they would get him, Father's Day come around, he get a bow tie. Father's Day come around, he get a belt. And he was just always good with that. He was just, you know, whatever. He took pride in just taking care of everything and not getting nothing in return. See, what that does is that programs us to think, okay, when I get out in this world, I don't want to ask for shit. I ain't demanding nothing from my woman, but just for her to be faithful and loyal. That's it. Everything else, I'm good with. I can take care of. I pay all the bills. I do everything or whatever. So it's that type of programming to where we program to be so low maintenance to where when we get in these situations, we be suffering on the inside. But we don't want to express it. We don't even feel comfortable expressing it because it's gonna sound crazy. Because just like we seen it growing up, the women seen it growing up. They seen their daddy paying for everything and all of the bills. My mama never had to worry about nothing. Everything, my daddy did this. My daddy bought me my car. My daddy did this. So when, again, and the whole time, she getting raised to, okay, when you get out in this world, if a man ain't doing this, he ain't a real man. You don't even entertain him. But again, there's nothing wrong with giving that tutelage. But a lot of parents don't give that other side. When you run into that type of man, this is what you should be providing him. A lot of women don't get that tutelage. So when they get into that relationship and this man is going above and beyond, bending over backwards, paying all the bills, doing everything that he's supposed to do, faithful, taking care of kids, everything. She's sitting back with her feet kicked up, like this is what you're supposed to do. Right. And she won't know that it's an issue because, again, we've been programmed to not need anything, to be so low maintenance. So we gonna hide the fact that we unhappy. A man could be unhappy all day long. He's still gonna pay that mortgage. He's still gonna take on them trips. He's still gonna take on them dates. He's still gonna try to be romantic. He's still gonna try to please his woman. He's still gonna take care of his kids. And he's suffering on the inside, but he's still gonna do his job. So in her mind, As long as I'm still getting the benefits that I need from him, it ain't no problem. I'm good. But the only time women question, okay, damn, is he really happy? Is when those benefits stop. When he gets distant, when he's no longer being considerate, when he's slacking in the sexual category, when he's going out to the bar a whole lot more than he used to, and spending time outside, then it's like, wait a minute, I'm not getting the benefits I need. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Let me question how happy he is or isn't. But as long as she's getting those benefits, she ain't questioning a goddamn thing. And it's not necessarily her fault. It's out of ignorance, because that's how she's been programmed to be. What can I get from a man? That's it. That's all. Never what can I provide a man. Oftentimes they learn that the hard way when the man get distant, and then you finally have that conversation. Okay, what is it going to take to make you happy? And let's just be honest, most women don't even have that conversation. The relationship will end before that happens. But I'm talking about the select few women that do. Okay, now I know, okay, this is what I need to provide for my man. But you damn near teaching her that you need to be bringing some type of benefit to this man's life, because she's been programmed all her life to do the opposite. So I think, that right there has a lot to do with it. And we got to get out of that. Men got to be a bit more outspoken. A fucking bow tie and a pair of socks on Father's Day is not enough. That's not a good gift. It's not. With all the fucking weight that I'm carrying all throughout this year on my shoulders and on my back, that's not enough. I need to see more gratitude out of it. And you shouldn't feel less than a man for saying that. We got to get out of that bullshit ass programming that our grandfather and our dads and shit was doing before that. Because a lot of times that's why they died so early. They was fucking miserable and tired. I ain't trying to be dead at 52. I'm not. So that's my take on it.
That's what I was going to say. Like, when does that conversation happen? When you say, well, I really just don't feel like you appreciate me. Like X, Y, and Z shows me that you're not appreciating me. That should be a part of a conversation, but when is that a conversation? Because like I said, like I've never experienced that inside of a serious relationship where I wasn't appreciated.
So what happens is men do say that, but many women are professional gaslighters. And so what you can say, hey, you know what? You're not even gonna recognize the fact that I just saved you $1,000 because I fixed your brakes, or I just saved you, or I fixed your leaky ass sink, or I did this, or I did that. It happens in the guys in the friend zone, that's locked in the friend zone, that women are always calling upon to come do some handyman shit, but then Pookie's getting the pussy. It happens in marriages where men are expected to do what they're supposed to do, whether they like it or not, but he should be grateful to get some pussy twice a month. It happens all the time. And men do say stuff. But what happens is, oftentimes, once a man speaks up and stands on his square, as they say it, lay on the wood, as Obsidian says, it says what they feel, you get beat for speaking for yourself. Don't you dare speak for yourself. How dare you? In fact, well, why are you talking about that? Let me tell you about something else. And that's the gaslighting. So that's the professional. Oh, you want to tell me about me? Well, before we get there, let me tell you about you. And now you didn't do this and you didn't do that. You that's the least you could have did. And you didn't do this and you didn't do that. Well, I expected you to do that. It's everything that Trill said. So men oftentimes do speak up. Men oftentimes do say something about them not being recognized for the things that they're doing or whatever it is, and that whatever it is. But he gets beat browed because he's a man, and you ain't supposed to mention that. You're supposed to just suck it up and drive on. You're supposed to just take that. That's what you are taken for granted. When oftentimes people are ingrates, man, and that's why it's such a really rocky situation today in the mating and dating and even marriage spaces, because men are actually saying, nah, fuck that. Through Ebony Magazine and Essence Magazine and Ricky Lake and Oprah Winfrey and the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s of women just being perfect. And men are just supposed to just be humble servants. then now we're saying, wait, hold on, man. No. Like I tell people all the time, fellas in the chat, say I am the prize. I know Trill don't like me when I say that. Men, you are the prize. Say it with your chest. I am the prize. Ricky said it. Make another me if you think you can find another me. Oftentimes, women can't find something better than you. Men tend to, when they get out of a relationship, they tend to find somebody better than the last. When women get out of a relationship, they tend to settle for something. They rarely ever get anything better than their last. They either get the same or they go lower. That's just the way it is. So you think you can do better than what I did for you? Okay, no problem. But they don't miss their water until the well runs dry, because while that water is flowing, they think they're deserving of that water. They think that they're entitled to it. And if you say something about it, humble dad, they'll let you know that how dare you open your mouth talking about that? You're supposed to do that. So now we're speaking out.
This was crazy to me, right? Man, you should speak more. You should talk more, right? But what happened to that woman's intuition? What happened to that energy, that exchange that women can just pick up on? Why is it that you feel like, how I want to say this the right way, right?
Take your time, Pastor.
Why is it that, okay, let's say in this type of relationship where your man doing everything he needs to do as a father, as a husband, as a friend, right? And the woman gets comfortable and she expects it because that's what you do. You're a good dude. Russell Wilson like a bit, you know what I'm saying? But all the while she's grown to expect this. And it's just like anybody else. It's just like when Trill used the job analogy, right? When you first get that job and you walking in the door, you got your best threads on, right? Your shoes are shining, polished. You went to the barber, you got that fade lined up and everything, bro. You're crispy, you got your best pair of glasses on. You articulate, right? But then when you get on that job, every month you start doing less and less, right? So why is it that if you see me in this relationship, I don't give a damn if you got used to it or not. You see me doing it because you know why? Let's just keep it 1,000. Let's keep it $1. It's not coming out your wallet. It's not coming out your purse. The sweat of doing that yard and making sure the house is kept up and your car's running, that's not sweat on your back, right? So why is it that you would even think it's cool for you to drop to the bare minimum for your man? Y'all so emotionally in tune and shit. Y'all know the more nurturing of the sex, the mother of the universe and all this other shit. But guess what? What it still come back on? Shannon, King Rio, what it still come back on? Man, you need to speak the fuck up, bro. It's on you. So I ask y'all the question I ask y'all damn near every week. If it fall back on us, if how you treat me fall back on me, why the fuck can't y'all fall in line as women? Why not? If no matter what, it's my responsibility, why the fuck can't you be a woman at all times? Why you can't be a lady? Y'all don't fucking hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. Always trying to put it off on the other side. Well, it's two sides in a relationship. I'm telling you, you ain't doing your motherfucking side. Y'all fake, y'all liars. Y'all liars, and y'all wonder why y'all get the results y'all get. Because a man not appreciating his space got to become a man he needs to be to survive, like the pastor said. For me to land that motherfucking plane for y'all. I'm done, man. Y'all fake, bro. Y'all fake as fuck. For y'all to sit up here and keep trying to come back with a rhetorical argument on some shit that's straight facts. Y'all fake as fuck. And y'all wonder why y'all get the results y'all get. Y'all fake.
Shan, put that on the T, my G, my guy. Y'all fake. It's gonna probably be a conversation starter.
Also, why can't I follow mine? That's a zinger right there.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ria. Like you about to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to highlight what Keon Henderson said would be the result, right? And I think, a lot of women may have heard the words, but I want to make sure that it's understood what that means, right? Because when I heard these words, silent, frustrated, short-tempered, non-communicative, I knew exactly what he meant, right? This ideal of men feeling it can become such a complicated thing because we don't pride ourselves on feeling, and I feel like women take advantage of that, right? And our feelings automatically are lowest on a totem pole in the household and everybody there that we're caring for, right? And their feelings are held in such high regard, right? If her feelings aren't acknowledged, that's a deal breaker oftentimes in a relationship. If our feelings aren't acknowledged, oftentimes we just become silent, right? And Trill mentioned our programming, and one of the things I like to even call it is conditioning. Like we're conditioned at like almost our whole lives to have like this high pain tolerance, so to speak, right? And we can literally endure, and that's what we pride ourselves on, not feeling, but the ability to endure quietly without complaining, right? And then sometimes there's derogatory words that can be used against you, like you bitching. If you starting to express your feelings too much, right? And that kind of gets us back in check, back in line, right? And then that frustrated piece, it's like it's the most frustrating thing in the world if you're trying to talk to somebody who's just waiting to speak, or who can turn your words, because they sometimes become masters at arguments, and kind of turn your words against you and almost explain to you why you're responsible for their wrongs, and you get nowhere. You know what I mean? It then becomes you are the problem and they are the victim, while you were trying to express your feelings, and somehow now they're the victim. I mean, that should have frustrated the hell out of somebody. And then short tempered, well, you on edge at the time. You stressed out. You fed up. You know what I mean? You when you have to deal in that manner, when you have to have to carry that, you know, and eventually, you know, you become good at just bottling shit up. It affects your health, affects your mind, or find somebody else who you could talk to. Then that shit leads somewhere else. Next thing you know, you a cheater. I mean, you know, it's just it's a path, man, that things go down that just aren't good. They aren't healthy. And so when this pastor, he got up there and he preached, and you know, and he told you some of the symptoms: silent, frustrated, short-tempered, non-communicative. Y'all, the women, y'all got to really listen, pay attention to this. This is what's happening. We're trying to tell y'all the best way that we can and explain to y'all that this is what is happening. Some of y'all husbands, significant others, or whatever, are going through this right now. It's more common than it's not.
Anybody else want to add on to it? All right. As we're taking a moment to take it all in.
Recognize these men. Recognize these men. The shift is going to happen when men start realizing how worthy they are. That's what it is. You know, it speaks to what Humble Dad's question was. You know, when are men going to start saying, "Hey, what's going on?" So we've been asking that question, and then we just accept the turnaround, gaslighting, and beat down. But now, fellas, people in the chat, people watching the replay, when you ask, "What's going on? Why am I not getting the recognition I'm getting?" When they talk shit, say, "Okay, cool. Use the power that you have. You can't beat them up. You want to do no violence. We don't do any violence, right? We don't hurt anybody physically or mentally. We just walk away. The power is in your feet, fellas. Put on your shoes, grab your keys, and say, and salute just like this with a sharp snap. Say, see ya. You are once you realize remember, the whole term, know your worth. That's the women's trope, right? You know your worth, sis. Know your worth, queen. Really? No, fellas. Know your worth, king. Know your worth, king. Know that you do not deserve anything less than respect, adoration, admiration, and to know that everything that you're doing for a relationship or for somebody else to make their life easier, it makes you the prize, bro. And once you recognize that and you stand in that, you won't have no problems. You won't have no problems at all. And if you do have problems, grab your car keys and leave.
Yeah, I think I'm understanding what King was saying. I think he's speaking and saying there's a lot of men that are in those situations, and when they're in those situations, they just become silent because they don't feel like they're being heard or valued. And then Shan's point is, men, we know in the beginning. And if you are in that situation and it's not getting no better, then you got to learn how to walk away. And if I could guess what Shan might say, it could be a wife, right, Shan? if you're not happy, if you're not happy, you might got to do this, right? Salute, right?
I don't like divorce, man. I'm twice married, twice divorced, and I hated both of them. I don't wish divorce on nobody. I want people to get married. Marriage is the goal, as far as I'm concerned. That's the ultimate, right? That's how we're going to build a community. That's how we're going to make, if anything, that's what's going to be best for our children. That's going to be best for you. There's more upsides to marriage than there's downsides. So I want people to be married. And if you are married, I don't want you to get a divorce, but I need people to recognize what's going on. The roles are everybody's out of order right now. Even in the marriages can get back on order. They can get back on track. You just have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to you got to have somebody who recognizes. Look at what Trill got for Father's Day. what Trill got for Father's Day probably didn't happen as often as it should have for a lot of married men that's doing what Trill did. So I'm simply saying, ladies, and that's why I keep putting the onus on ladies, you got some work to do. And if you think that you can just go grab another man off the man tree because, you know, you got plenty of time and plenty of options. Oh my God.
Hey, Shan, I want to put this out there because there are some men that didn't vet properly. And so they married a woman and she was crazy. We spoke about these crazy women, right? And they had a child together. The crazy never went away. So he's doing every single thing possible. Therapy, more therapy recommended that she go. Sometimes she don't go. Sometimes things look good and then they stop seeing a therapist. Maybe they're still seeing a therapist. And then it just up. He's convinced that it's just not going to get any better. So now he has to sacrifice. He has to sit back and then tiptoe around different situations. He's trying everything.
See, but that's the thing about it. And that's what I want. I get you. But stop the tiptoe part. Because everything is about acquiescing to somebody's emotions and feelings. And logically, that doesn't make any sense. So do what you're supposed to do. Continue to do the work. Ask for this, ask for that, so on and so forth. But you got to demand it, and you got to demand it with assertiveness. And that's what we haven't done. That's why all the R&B music taught us to just be docile and meek and just cool and humble and just be like, thank you, and make it seem like I appreciate you being here. Thank you for this, for you just being in my, thank you for eating the food and living under the roof that I pay for. I appreciate you just being here. No, I'm saying no. Do all of the stuff that you just mentioned that you should do. Even if you married the crazy one, can you get the crazy one in line? Sometimes you can. Now, if you can't, then fine. But stand up and put your head up. So far it's been, yes, honey, happy wife, happy life, and all that bullshit. No, it ain't no more. Them days is over with. And I want men far and wide throughout America, because this is really just a Western problem. Men in America need to start standing up. Black men in America need to start standing up. This is the gynocracy that I'm going to talk about soon. This patriarchy, matriarchy, and then the gynocracy. Men, start standing up and saying, listen, this is the order of things in this house. This is how this is going to run. Are you with it? This is going to be best for you. It's going to be best for me. It's going to be best for our children. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do this. You wanted a leader. I'm here now. Now, are you with it? If she's not with it, salute. See, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the time we had. You know, I'll save the photos. But if you are with it, and a lot of women will get with that, but they just need to hear that from their men. And a lot of men aren't doing that. Yeah. So if they can do that, she might snap up.
Yeah, it's definitely some lessons being dropped. And I wanted to speak on that side because we're in a space where a lot of men are watching and learning, and they may just now be figuring it out. And so when they take this information, we want them just to apply it and just test it and see if it works. Nothing's guaranteed in life, so it's not guaranteed to work, but you have to stand on your square with this. You have to be consistent, even if it looks like it's not working or she's not responding to it. You got to understand that she probably been this way for years, and you standing up to her, she might not change within a month. She might not, but it's important for you to be consistent in your stance. And for the people that are not in those situations, and you might be that guy, it's important for you to vet properly so that you don't wind up being in a situation like the guy that I'm speaking about. He didn't vet properly. He may have settled. Maybe he might have been in a low space in his life, or maybe he settled. And now he got kids and he got a family. And now he probably be old and maybe he ain't functioning properly. So ain't nobody else gonna want him anyway. So now you got to deal with the shit. You still got to have, if you just became a man right then and there, you got to stand on it. So, man, that's what I was saying. Any final thoughts?
You heard of the term death by 1,000 cuts? A lot of men are dying by 1,000 cuts. A lot of men are dead, just waiting to get buried. but we could resurrect them. There's a lot of you fellas out there that's just, you just saying, fuck it. It's not worth the battle. It is, man, because it feels good when you wake up. You can wake up a second time. You just, somebody just needs to wake you up.
There you go.
Lapeef.
Go ahead, Doc. I think you was trying to say something. No, you good? Anybody else want to? Any closing remarks? No? All right. Let's bow our head. Heavenly Father, as we leave today. Stop playing with the Lord if I get struck. You ever say that? I don't get struck. Move away. I get struck right now. Anyhow, man, we definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in to King Talk tonight. Make sure you guys get the likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the network. If you haven't already, get your tickets. They are pinned to the top of the chat right there. The Lapeef Experience takes over Atlanta, August the 5th and August the 6th. Yeah, man, I think we out, fellas. Definitely appreciate it. Until next time. Thank you, guys. Get y'all tickets. The Lapeef Experience, y'all. Get y'all tickets. Y'all ready to see the Kings? Gonna be dressed to impress. Suited and booted, smelling good. Come on down, y'all. Hold on. Richie's still here, my bad. I forgot to read these super chats real quick. It was like 16 of them. Let me get them out here. Penny, if you can't manage dating a woman while you're on the come up, how can you manage dating a woman once you make it and business picks up? Thank you. Ward says signs of a crazy woman wants to have a girlfriend in y'all relationships, but expects you to be monogamous to her. Like, what the fuck is this? $2 super chat. Free Kai, thank you. Signs of a crazy woman never apologize when they are wrong. Then bring up shit that has nothing to do with anything. Yep, absolutely true. Free Kai, any woman attempting to get you to wait for another man, Jesus, to fall out the sky and save you is cuckoo for cuckoo puff. Submission is the goal. Thank you. 1980s, if you ain't got your passports by now, black men, you are missing out. Going back to I don't know what flag that is next month. You got to get out the West. You know what flag that is, Ricky? Don't worry about it. We ain't in school tonight.
I thought it was Columbia.
Yeah, Sage Talk came with this one. I seen in the chat. I just started with the just block the rails. I just Googled that, so you guys check it out, man. It might be some type of talk, maybe on Political Tuesdays or something like that. We'll talk about that. Shout out to Sage. In the world, T.I., I should get credit for. I've said this already. We've seen that one. Same shit. It's getting too late. Most of these dudes never had to foot it all. They're talking a little tykes language because they like little tykes. I appreciate you. Thank you. Get rid of these right quick. Shout out to She Critique. Just to answer happy belated Father's Day to the Kings. Thank you, Tam.
What's happening, Tam? What's happening with you?
Yeah. New member. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for becoming a new member. Black Thoughts. When they stop questioning your happiness. Thank you for that. Big up to Jay out in the panel. Hucklebuck. Appreciate you. Chemo. Women say men need to speak up, but hate the podcast. There you go. That's facts. Men have feelings. Society just want men to emote them like women instead of understanding the fact that we're biologically different in matters. Appreciate that. And last but not least, $5 super chat. All right, thanks, Rick. I just had to get through that. My apologies if I read them late. I did acknowledge it. Green Gang, I still see you in the chat. You know what time it is. Let me crank that music back up again. Appreciate all the support. Thank you guys. The greatest network ever. Make sure you guys get y'all tickets, man. For real, real talk. Come on out to ATL, baby. ATL. Get your tickets. August 5th, August 6th. Appreciate our support, family. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Appreciate you guys watching King Talk. If you're just tuning in, you're late. Catch the replay. It was definitely a great one. Get y'all tickets to ATL, baby. Cindy Rowe, I see you, Green Gang. I see you, JB. J Speed, OG. You're not a member. What? Parker, Green Gang, I see you. Hit that like button, y'all. Get y'all tickets to ATL August 5th, August 6th. Shout out to the greatest network ever. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Bruh. Shout out to the greatest network ever. King Talk in Atlanta. The Lapeef Experience. Come on out, y'all. Shit just got real, y'all. Come out and see a Sheet critique. Come out and see the Ratchet crew. Keep it funky with logic, y'all. Come on. Shout out to the Lapeef Experience. The takeover is real, ATL, baby. If you green gang, go ahead and put that chat ninja sign in the chat for me. If you're not green gang, put a 1 in the chat for me. If you're still here rocking with me, let me go. I'm just having fun, y'all. I'm just having so much fun. Missed the whole show, E. See all my chat ninjas. I see y'all. I love y'all, man. I love y'all. I ain't trying to get soft, man, but I do love y'all, man. Without y'all, we would not be where we are today. Shout out to the greatest network ever. That's right, Jay. I love you. I think I love her. 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 You're fucking around, man. Get y'all tickets to ATL, man. That link is pinned to the top of the chat right there. Get y'all tickets. The Lapeef Experience. See what all the fuss about. It's the last track, y'all. Last track. Appreciate all the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. Shout out to the greatest network ever. See you in ATL. Get y'all tickets to ATL. Hit that like button if you still in here rocking out. Lapeef Experience. Coming to ATL, see what it's all about, baby. Hey, free Rilla, free Rilla. Free Rilla, y'all, free Rilla. Free Rilla, y'all. Free Rilla.
This Chicago.
last track, y'all. I know I always say that, but it's the last track, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking out, man. I really do love y'all. Thank you guys for all the support that you give. Without you guys, we will not be where we are. Some of you guys been down since day one, since the Nick days. If it's your first time, welcome. We evolving. Big things in store. Just hop in the passenger seat, hop in the back seat, and take this ride. A lot of great things happening with the Lapeef experience too. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hey, JB, it's still people that call that damn number. They be texting. It's the last track. It's the last track. It's the last track.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all, this the last track. That's right, Sammy used to hang that motherfucker up real quick. It's the last track.
What?
Yeah, it's the last track, man. I'm fucked up, y'all. I'm fucked up. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is the last track. It's the last track. It's the last track. It's the last track, y'all. It's the last track. It's the last track. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's the last track.